welcome back to chapter 15. Carly, you get disadvantage. So welcome back to chapter 15 of The Song of the Wilds. How did we make it this far?
We're missing all the dudes.
Jeez, chapter 15. Wow. So not much to say. I mean, I'm willing to assume we've all had good weeks since last session, which was definitely a lot more on the lighter side.
No, I've not had a good week for the last 2 days. Friggin' work.
Yeah, I remember. I kind of remember what you said, Josh, so I'm gonna... Josh DeHuman just subscribed! I'm very sorry. I spoke without thinking. But that being said, though, That being said, though, we're all happy to have you guys here. Josh DeHuman is now hosting us. Woo! So yeah, chapter 15. This episode is going to be another fun, cutesy one, just like last one. But before we get into that, and first off, by the way, Leah, did you just switch webcams or something? Because you were coming in, like, super clear.
A new computer.
We can see her in all her beauty now, just like, just like, boom. Unlike mine, where it's still grainy, and it's just like, make sure we don't even see your blemishes, Josh. Let's just grain it out hardcore.
So yeah, we're still waiting on Liam, Class, and Atarax.
He's getting the laptop to load up. So.
Guys, I would just like to promote SSD hardware for laptops. They boot up in like 10 seconds.
Not a sponsor.
I like my MSI. Thank you. My fancy new laptop that I can actually friggin' play games on.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like replacing this laptop with an SSD just so I can have something more current and do stuff with, actually. All right.
My next big purchase is probably going to end up being a new laptop.
I can totally help you find one, and for a good price as well, and one that is dependable.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with just looking up specs, be they laptops or phones or stuff like that. So I will be your best friend in a Best Buy. All right. Yeah. So that being,
Evan, I need a new thing.
I like new thing. Oh, right, so yeah, chapter 15, for anyone who's watching this right now, welcome. For those of you who are watching this for the very first time, you can catch all previous episodes on my YouTube channel, episodes 1 through 14. That being said, though, does anyone have any announcements that they would like to give? Hopefully we can try to kill some time before the other 3 rogues are finally going to join our party. Yes, Carly?
I have an announcement. So Kiara was super duper nice and sent me new dice for my birthday, which is in 10 days, and they are really, really pretty. Hold on, let me like lift one up to the camera.
Yeah, so they're very sparkly.
Yeah, it looks like they have like galaxy colors inside, and they're really cool. And she said that they reminded her of Davina, and I love them.
Aww.
We talked about this, like, for the people who are watching this, we've talked about this before of, like, doing a little gift thing. I'm someone who's like, I care about you, here's a gift. Unfortunately, that is how I am. So I got 2 people so far, I just need everyone else. And Leah's I can do, like, for Christmas, because she comes down here half the time.
Aww. Yeah, kind of on the subject of...
playing my Harry Potter dice. These are they're metal.
Those are very nice. On the subject of...
These are the ones I use.
On the subject of birthdays... Sorry. I keep hearing pauses, and I keep thinking people are done talking. I'm sorry.
You're me.
Now
you know how I feel like all the fucking time, and then I get like so much anxiety, like, oh my god, I just interrupted like 5 different people.
5 different people 5 separate times.
Oh god, I hate it.
Carly, why don't you see the other thing that you got for your birthday today?
Okay, I'll bring it into frame if I can fit it. Let me make it a little less tall. Okay. I'm official because Evan got me a ring light for my birthday.
Yes.
Like a real ring light.
And it's really cool because it comes with an attachable thingy for your phone,
Yep.
which is
I think that's the same ring light I have.
oh for real. Wait,
Yeah.
It was like 40. It was like $37 on
you-
Amazon. Had like 17,000 positive reviews.
Is it UV size?
Yes, that is the exact same one I have.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
If you want to come say
I've also gifted that exact same one to like 2 other TikTokers
Aww.
because they're like, I need a ring light. I'm like, $30. Boom, there you go.
I normally use my I normally just use my makeup mirror as my ring light because it has like
Which
around like
which kind of works, but now you're professional grade. Carly got me frickin' Xenoblade.
mine.
Woo! Dude.
And I honestly, because this thing is like not a cheap game.
Yeah.
And here we have the guest of honor.
I gotta get Polo light.
They're like, come on, show up.
Show us your face.
There we go.
There's the man of the hour.
Sorry about that, guys.
You're fine.
You're good.
So we're still waiting on Atarax and Yip. Does anyone else have any other little announcements? Yes, Mistral.
So, unfortunately, I have good news and bad news.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll start with the bad news. Our Redbubble shop will be closing at the end of August. That's the bad news. The good news is that we will have, well, specifically because it's too much. But anyways, I will be opening up my Etsy shop to have more variety of stickers and buttons and so on and other things, including keychains and a lot of custom stuff. Some of it will be for Song of the Wild, and then some of it will just be some of my own stuff. So that's what's going on. We'll have some holographic exclusive stickers coming soon as like a pre-soft opening. So like everybody like keep on lookout because I finished the design today and I'm so excited for them to come in. So like yeah.
Remind
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yay!
Yep. And some stickers too.
All the stickers.
And to top it all off, my very own Eden.
Yeah, he also got some guys. I'm that person, like I said.
Aww. Well, Kiara, your gift that you have no idea what it is will be coming very soon. Oh, Cat!
He's in the dice box.
Oh my god, I love him.
All
That
right.
was weird. We lost Josh.
Kitty.
All right.
Turd.
We gained a Yip and we lost Josh, and Josh is back.
He's got Bubba.
Hey, Bubba.
Bubba's best boy.
The Hemington is in the chat and she says, "Hi everyone, tonight's the big night for Polo."
That's a big night for Polo.
Yes, everyone, tonight during the chat, I would like you all to keep on using hashtag #GetPoloLaid.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Use that and tag Son of the Wild official on Instagram, and you will be featured.
All right, so we are still waiting on one more person, Atarax. I tagged him in a post, and we are just waiting for him.
Well, Kiara said that he's getting his laptop
Yeah,
ready.
his phone is like broke because I gave him my old one, so now he's got a different phone.
Out of curiosity, what kind of computer does he use?
So it was a iPhone 7, but because of the whole no signal defect, has it shipped out now. So yeah, and I don't know what phone his friend gave him.
Hemington just says, "Get Polo laid now."
When you're listening to the Astrid playlist and you're just like, it's just going through like all the different emotions of. Like it just went from Good Charlotte to Shout by Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. You're just like very appropriate for all the videos I posted today on TikTok.
Oh my god. Okay.
If we were allowed to play copyrighted songs during streams on YouTube during this whole date scene, I'm gonna have "In the Air Tonight" just playing in the background.
In the air.
Yes. Or just like any Magic Mike song. Like
Silent
any
Whisper.
Magic Mike song. Like,
You know what that
just play
song is
all-
about, right?
It's not
Yeah.
about murder.
Silent Whisper. Gotta do it.
Just anything from Barry White.
I would say also like George Michael, like Careless Whisper. Come on.
Oh, that. No, I'm sorry. That's what it was. Not Silent Whisper. Careless Whisper. Why do I always get that wrong? He's so cute.
He's just like
So,
He looks
okay.
oh my god. It makes
I-
me so
I can't
happy.
think of his name.
What?
I do love.
The cat from Sabrina. What's its name?
Salem.
Salem.
Haha, yes.
No, my good
Uh.
friend from college will only refer to Bubba as Salem. Like she refuses to use his name. She's like, no, he's Salem. That's
Here.
like I will send pictures on Snapchat. He just responds, Salem. I'm like, yes.
So in the Breath of the Wild speedrun community, there's a meme speedrun called Get Laid Percent. And I mean, Breath of the Wild, Song of the Wild.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just running Song of the Wild, Get Polo Laid percent.
Oh yeah, because apparently in Breath of the
All I'm
Wild you
saying.
can get with Paya.
Yeah.
Really?
You don't actually, but you actually.
I know you can be in your underwear in front of her, and that makes her all flustered.
I got it
Just
queued
a
up.
human get poloed laid like yesterday.
Let's go.
Oh my god, all the nostalgia videos that they've been doing on TikTok are making me feel kind of old sometimes.
Oh,
Wait, Leah,
Oh,
what's
yeah.
your TikTok? I don't think we follow each other.
like the video that Carly just like duetted me of like all the songs from our childhood, and I'm just over here just like
Too many.
sweet little Pharaoh
There
is
we
like
go.
58, and I was like, no, 1990, and I'm just like going,
1993.
and she did bye 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 like backwards. I'm like, no, you don't go. It's not this way. It's this way.
Across you.
Bye 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 bye.
But
Leah, what is your TikTok?
My TikTok. Oh, I'll just put it up on Discord.
yeah.
I don't have anything
Okay.
on there yet, but because
No,
I just
However,
But you
And she
I
only follows 4 special individuals, which is very sweet.
was gonna say, yet she doesn't follow her best friend after betrayed.
yours. Why have I not found yours?
Because it's not under my cosplay name.
Atarax!
Ow.
Hey.
There we go.
It's a Jordan.
Oh, now she's following 11 people. There we go.
Yeah, I'm following a few more. I found some that were really funny.
All right, for those of you watching the stream right now, give us a moment. We're following each other on TikTok.
Wait a minute.
I'm good.
I want to follow Leah.
I'm pretty sure I follow pretty much people I used to
I
follow.
know you follow me, Josh.
I do.
I found the Leah. That's okay, hun. We can do cosplay stuff when we get the chance to.
Woo!
There you go.
Hey, Leah, where did you post it?
Nothing. Discord.
I
You
haven't
know.
posted anything yet.
I think I broke Pharaoh, though. Pretty sure.
Wait a minute.
Yay!
Where is it?
Go to general chat.
Oh, there it is. Found it.
Let the night begin. Bow chicka bow wow, the Hemington says.
Cow, chicka brown cow.
I'm sorry, Liam,
Hey.
it's your mom.
Hey, chicka bum bum. Caboose, what did I just say? Sorry.
Bow chicka brown cow.
All right, guys, we got to wrap up this whole TikTok thing. We got to get started
Well, I'm
here.
good.
Just go.
I'm
Go.
ready.
I'm ready.
Really? Because I see you on your phone.
I'm fiddling. I'm gonna
Yes, give me
start
like 1
the
minute.
Twitch. See what people says.
Give me a minute.
You've had a minute. You've had 16.
16 minutes.
59, 58,
47.
All right. Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
As ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Oh, this is going to be a fun recap. Where we last left off our intrepid group of hunter warriors, colloquially known as... I totally butchered that word, I'm sorry. More famously known as D.
Group D.
They were finally getting some
Big dick energy. Sorry.
Oh my god. Our group finally decided to get some very much needed R&R, devoting time for some crafting, some very semi-successful scream therapy, which turned out to be great. Atarax accidentally vomited up an ice block, which got catapulted into someone's window. Ario started a hurricane in the middle of the courtyard, destroying it. Polo might breathe fire due to his tiefling heritage. All in all, it was actually a very nice time where people were able to get some things done. Davina was finally able to actually meet up with an executor of the family will of the Balmarses, only to find out that there wasn't one. And by state law, since she was the next immediate kin, she got inherited quite literally everything under the Balmarses' name. All the money, all the manors, all the estates, majority share of the Balmars textile company. She has everything now. So she's now officially the party sugar mama. That being said, though, the next day soon came, and the fated day where finally our young, intrepid Polostris was finally going to have a nice little, day date with Anne-Marie, the halfling receptionist girl who works for the Greyblades. And that is where we begin. As soon as I can find the right music. Here it is.
Remember to keep the hashtag going, get Polo laid.
Remember to keep the hashtag #GetPoloLaid. So, where we left off, we do see, thank you Josh for reiterating the tag, where we last left off our group, Polo was now arm-locked with Anne-Marie, who was helping him out of the Greyblades headquarters. It kind of seemed like she was going to take the lead in the state, since when they originally talked about doing this, Polo framed it in the sense that he wasn't very much used to the city of Acheron itself, and he wanted a bit of a personalized tour to the city itself, and I accidentally clicked on another song here. There we go. So, with that in mind, Anne-Marie was gonna give him a day on the town. That being said, though, all of you guys are kind of sort of getting left behind at the headquarters while the two of them are walking out and about. What are you guys gonna do?
Follow them! Follow that car!
Yep, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, can we?
I would like to roll stealth to follow.
Me too.
Okay. Both Davina... Well, actually, no, not Davina, just Yip in this case. Yip, you are going to get an advantage on your stealth roll because you can fly. Davina...
I can fly, it's just not well yet.
Yeah,
That would be a disadvantage. They would see you from a mile away.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree on Yip on this one. You're not trained enough for it to be an advantage type of skill yet.
That's fair. Do I still have disadvantage, though?
No, you have
you
nothing
don't.
right now because you're staying on the ground. I mean, you can certainly try to fly.
You aren't.
I don't want to risk it.
I mean, does he have disadvantage from
I got a
interrupting?
5.
Biscuit for the biscuit.
Okay, You take your okay, Davina. You take your steps to follow after Polo. You slip in a puddle and trip, and your other foot snaps a twig. Yip, what did you roll?
23.
You take to the skies with a single flap. You are just gone right now.
For Molly's Gale.
Now that being said,
Keep the Breath of the Wild references going.
Now that being said, though, Polo, you definitely did hear someone step on a branch behind you. You certainly noticed them, but you have the decision of whether or not you will actually react to it. So how will you do this?
Do you want me to roll? Or
It's entirely up to you. You can either pretend not to notice and just watch what happens. You can legitimately not desire them to follow you, but then you'll have to do perception checks to see if you can sense them. Or this could be like a giant awkward group date thing where it's all of them and Anne-Marie.
I'm just going to choose to ignore it.
Okay, so then you don't need to roll for anything. You definitely notice their presence, but you choose to not acknowledge it. All right, so Davina makes some noise. Yip is up in the air, just out of sight. He's like Assassin's Creeding from the rooftops right now.
Ninja bird.
Yeah, ninja bird. There is still the matter of a bright, shiny white dragon in bright robes, a very noisy air Aasimar with a flute, a very shiny royalty-looking girl, and a red tiefling who has a god in her bag. And I just noticed that this background music is Hearthstone. So, are the rest of you gonna follow?
Yes.
Leah, you're muted.
I ain't mute. I'm not gonna follow the date. I'm doing my own thing.
I'm gonna follow this.
You're gonna respect their privacy. Imagine actually respecting people's privacy. Couldn't be me.
Atarax, what are you gonna do?
Atarax would like to go on a friend date because he's never been on one either.
Oh.
Okay. You're such a pure boy.
Mm-hmm.
As white, as pure as my white scales.
Yeah, just keep talking like that. We'll get you in a strip club later this campaign.
Strip club.
Yeah, let's go, buddy.
Hashtag strip cup.
Hashtag get Atarax a lap dance.
Why do I feel like Atarax would be the type of person that's like I don't know where to put my hands.
Hashtag get Atarax and Benjamins.
Who are you gonna go on your fun date with?
Okay, so and Josh DeHuman goes get Atarax a lap dance. Atarax needs a date too.
Atarax needs.
When I'm writing that in my notes.
Okay.
Atarax deserves love.
Okay, so hold on. We need to get ahead. So hold on.
Atarax just plotted Game of Life. Sorry.
Okay, so hold on. We actually need to take a pause here because I need an actual head count here. Raise your hand if you are not following Polo during the date. So that is Eden and Atarax. So Atarax and Eden are staying behind at the headquarters. So by default, I'm going to assume that means that literally everyone else is following Polo during his date.
Didn't Mistral cast something for me last episode?
She gave you inspiration, like
Right.
She gave you bardic inspiration.
And he also has guidance.
Right.
Lasts for a minute, so he better use it quick.
Yeah, but for the sake of plot here, since this is going to be more of a plot-focused thing and less so of a battle, we're just going to say that these bonuses are going to last the duration of the date itself.
But Evan, I do believe love can bloom on a battlefield.
But hold on, I just want everybody to see this. The new hashtag is get Atarax a lap dance.
Oh no!
Oh God.
Vern, you did this to yourself.
It's gonna happen.
I just wanted to hang out with my new friends.
All right. So, okay, so let me see here. So during this time, Anne-Marie's basically the one who's taking the lead in this date because she lived in Akron all her life. And as far as she knows, you've just spent the majority of your life, Polo, just out in the wilderness being like such a daring hero against the horrors of the monsters and such. So the first place that she takes you is the Uptown area, where a lot of other people have already been. Because if you remember, you guys basically hexed a shopkeeper with some wild dancing and then stole a bunch of colored powders. Arios.
Right.
That's amazing.
I fell for this.
You guys rolled really well during that encounter. So
No regret.
So during this entire time, Anne-Marie she's just like arm locked with Polo right now. She is just having the time of her life right now.
It's a good thing he's short.
Yeah, she is a halfling. So how tall is Polo, would you say?
5'6", which I know isn't that short, but you know.
Okay, so then Anne-Marie is like just below peck height for you.
If she was actually on a date with me, this would be an entirely.
But yeah, she's just below chest height for Polo because she's like a fully grown adult woman for a halfling.
She'd have to like sit on my shoulders if I was actually on a date with her.
Wow,
So-
breaking character for a moment, Liam. How tall are you?
6'3".
Is it?
Jordan,
So
you're an inch shorter than me.
basically, it'd be a Shaquille O'Neal with his wife situation.
Basically,
Basically, it looks like you're walking around your child on the first day.
I'm not that tall, but compared to a halfling.
Or basically,
Right.
no. If you want a better comparison, have any of you seen the anime Kill la Kill?
Oh god.
Yeah, Gamagori and Mako,
shut up.
yeah.
Yeah,
Shut
it's
up.
if you not the characters, they're voice actors. Patrick Seitz and Erica Mendez.
Yeah,
Erica
no,
Mendez
they're-
is literally half as tall as Patrick Seitz.
Oh yeah,
Well,
he's
No, Erica Mendez is Ryuko. You mean,
Yeah, she's Ryuko, and Patrick Seitz is Gamagori, the big guy.
okay. Oh, okay. All
But
right.
if you
I-
see them standing
I
next
just
to
wanna
each other,
bring
she's
everyone's attention
literally
that you are a
exactly
foot
half
taller
his
than me.
height.
What? What'd you say, Carly?
I said I just want to bring to everybody's attention that Liam is a foot taller than me.
I mean, that's
I mean, Shaquille O'Neal is like 2 feet, like 5 inches taller than his wife.
Hold on. Polo is still taller than you, Carly?
Yeah, Carly is not tall. I'm barely taller than her.
Okay. Well,
But in any case,
I'm
for the
a
sake,
tiny lady.
however, for the sake of Polo and Anne-Marie being a fully grown, like late 20-something, halfling woman, she's just below chest height for Polo.
right.
And she is
Wouldn't
just
20s still be a child for a halfling? Sorry.
nah.
I guess if we're not going by Tolkien rules, then no. But
Yeah, we're not going by Tolkien
I
rules.
thought
I
in
mean,
D&D it was about the same as a human.
yeah.
halflings do
Yeah.
age at a slower rate than humans, but not as slow as elves. Halflings
Okay.
are like in between, kinda, sorta. Closer to
Alright.
humans than elves. Anywho, so yeah, during this entire date, Anne-Marie is just taking you uptown, just up the road, showing you all of like these shops and businesses and such, and she's showing you all of like the big sites and historical landmarks and such. Polo, do you do anything during all of this like show and tell?
I don't know. I guess my first question would be, so what's your favorite places around here?
Anne-Marie just kind of like stops and she just kind of thinks for a moment and she goes like, oh, let me show you. It's just up the way. And she like takes your hand in both of hers and she's just like pulling you along. She's got like this huge smile. Her pink hair is like bouncing as she's just all excited. Like
God, what a bean.
she is literally like an anime waifu here. Yes, Josh chats uwu.
Ooh, yeah.
She oh god.
No.
No.
Somebody clip that.
Ooh, what's this?
and she takes you.
I regret nothing.
She takes you a couple more blocks north uptown, and she takes you actually to this very nice little like tea shop. And she goes like, this is where I always love to go in case I just need to like blow off some steam. Because working with the Grey Blades, it can get very stressful. But the stuff they have here is amazing. And she like actually pulls you into the tea shop. For the people following her, what are you guys doing?
I have an idea. Polo, how much money do you have?
Oh God.
69 cents. You know what that means.
Shut up.
I can't afford chicken nuggets.
I don't have enough money for cockatrice nuggets.
I have 77 gold and 7 silver. I think that's right. No. Sorry, 7 electrum, which I guess is different.
One electrum is like 20 copper.
Okay.
So like 1 copper is 1 copper, 1 silver is 10 copper, 1 electrum is 20 copper, and I believe that
Electrum's dumb.
Yeah, electrum is
Nobody
dumb.
uses it.
Yeah, it's
Nobody cares about it.
And then
Okay,
1
well,
gold
never mind,
is.
because you actually, I think you're fine if you like wanted to buy her something, but I was gonna stealthily try and sneak some money in your bag.
Reverse pickpocket.
Well, Carly,
you're a good sugar mommy, Davina.
Well, Davina, that's the thing. You actually don't have all of this money with you. You are gonna have to drop by a bank to actually see how much money.
I myself, on me, have 73, and because of the fact that Polo had to like spend so much money on, I don't remember what you bought exactly, but I remember it being like, oh, the suit.
Yeah.
I'm the one that dropped the money on that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so Davina, how much money are you gonna try and sneak Polo?
Well, I mean, he has more than me. So on him right now. So that plan just kind of flew out the window because I think he'll be okay.
Okay, so
What's your plan?
okay, so Anne-Marie takes Polo now into the actual shop proper. It's a very like well kept shop. It's very high class, and you can actually see the prices. I'm gonna break like lore rules here. This is like one of those very hipster kind of tea coffee shops. They got stuff written on like a chalkboard above the desk and such.
It's got Wi-Fi.
It's got
the Jack from when I was in the Jack from when I was in college.
Yeah, it's one of those places. You see some university arts students there.
There was
One person has a typewriter.
When I was going to college, there was actually a cute little hipster kind of pizza place that I really liked. So I just kind of imagine it like that.
For some reason, you see one person there who's wearing a very, very tight shirt and like the tightest jeans you've ever seen. You all know the kind of people I'm talking about.
Please name him Lucas after my friend Lucas.
His name is Luca.
You met 3 times.
Lay on
and
the
looked
bed.
just like that.
And like pull up the zipper for the pants because they just so damn tight on it.
He's a very lithe, like high elf. He's already like skinny enough, but apparently this just makes it weird.
I was rolling 26 before it was cool.
All right,
I
now.
want that on a shirt.
Now during this time, we're actually going to move the camera away from Polo and Anne-Marie for a moment, and we're actually now going to focus on the people tailing them. Now just for the sake, because I want to see everyone else's reactions, Davina, as all of you are like hiding behind a bench, making sure that Polo has a good time, Davina, I would like you to make a perception check.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. Give me 1 second. My perception is 2, so I got 17.
All right, awesome. As you kind of look around, because you don't see Polo and Anne-Marie going anywhere else, so you can afford to kind of like glaze around and look at your surroundings and stuff. You actually do see a Bank of Acheron there.
All right, cool. Can I go to the bank?
Yeah, you can certainly go to the bank. Is anyone else going to join her?
I'll keep an eye on them.
Okay, so
DM wants us to go to the bank.
all right, so Arios and Mistral are joining Davina to the bank. Yip is keeping an eye on Polo and Anne Marie.
Good job.
Wait a minute, you're a bird, so wouldn't it be more like this?
Oh my god.
Okay, see you? I can't not see you. I see my butt and your head
Your
at the
face.
same time.
I'm yelling. I'm sorry.
Anywho, so Davina, you enter the bank, and this is a very, very high class bank. Like everyone who's walking into this bank is very upper society. You can all easily tell that you all stand out like a sore thumb here.
Like a sore throat.
Like a sore throat here. I am sorry, my mouth is moving faster than my brain.
You need that. You need that Ben
happens to me
Shapiro
every
style
day.
talking. Can you imagine Ben Shapiro as a DM? That'd be insane.
Oh God!
All right, so
You see a limp card over there. Roll initiative.
Yeah.
hashtag sore throat.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're getting all the hashtags here right now. So yeah, a lot of the upper society people here are giving you all like, ew, what are they doing here in our neck of the woods?
Gringotts.
A couple
Can I
of
pretend like can I kind of like straighten up and make it look like I belong there?
you certainly can, though you are still wearing like adventurer's clothing, which has not been washed yet. So you still
Okay.
Have
you-
none of us bathed?
Yeah, no, none of you have bathed technically.
Oh God!
I thought that. Okay.
Although, for the sake of Polo, we're gonna say that you suddenly got cleaned up when you got your new suit.
I just kind of
Gary did
assumed
it.
that Polo took a bath before any of this. So
Gary gave him a bath.
Yeah, Gary gave him like a surprisingly like subtle bath that he did not notice.
I'm not. You know what? I'm not. Just keep going.
Yeah, we're gonna move on here.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
gay.
so Davina, you walk up to the teller of this bank, and he is a drow. But he is wearing like a very nice suit and such, and he just kind of looks at you and goes like, looks you up and down. And may I help you?
And does Mr.
Yes,
Popper
hello.
have-
My name is Davina Balmaris. I have recently had a very big loss in my life, and I am just coming in to check on the finances.
And do you have anything to prove that you are of the Galmaris family?
Didn't he give me like a slip of paper?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Okay. So I pull out this slip of paper and I
Yeah.
hand it to him.
Do you have anything to prove, Mr. Potter?
I know that's what I'm
The
thinking.
drow takes the paper and he just looks at it, and like this is his reaction. Oh, my apologies, Miss Balmaris. Give me just one moment. I will write up a writ of statement for you. And he like retreats to the back for a moment, and you guys are just kind of left alone for like what feels like 2 minutes. After hearing the name Balmaris, literally the entire atmosphere of the room, like everyone like straightens up, and a couple of them leave.
Can I just say, as soon as he leaves, I just go.
This is like Hermione as Bellatrix Lestrange when she goes into Gringotts.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is. At that point, then the drow walks out with like a small slip of parchment in both of his hands. He goes like, here you go. I hope the finances are in order. Davina, he hands you the slip.
Mhm.
That's a lot of zeros.
That's a lot of zeros.
I know. What exactly is the amount of?
That's a lot of zeros.
What exactly is the
Wait, did you-
amount of?
Let's just say that the Balmarises were basically the Jeff Bezos of Acheron.
No. Number. I need a number.
An
Tell me a
actual number.
Okay, hold
It's
on.
her money and she wants it now.
It's my money and I want it now.
Hold on, I'm gonna message you a number.
Reminds me of
Okay.
Paprika.
You're gonna make me read it, aren't you? And then people are gonna know that I suck at reading out
I'm
numbers.
as bad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Okay, Carly, I sent you a number.
Okay, give me a minute.
It's just fuck.
Am I gonna vomit? Oh my god!
You basically, you do realize in a way, Evan, you just broke your own
We're
campaign.
so
by
rich.
doing
Why
this,
can't we
right?
afford no ceiling?
Isn't that one? Wait. 100 billion? I'm sorry, 126 billion dollars?
126 billion gold.
What?
The game is officially broken now. I hope you realize that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily broken. I think it's just been enhanced.
Eh.
So I look at it and I quickly catch my composure and I say, "Oh yes, this is this is very good."
Okay, Carly.
Yes.
Carly, give me a performance check to see if you successfully keep your composure.
All right. Oh
What did you roll?
What did you roll?
What did
no!
you roll?
Here, I'm putting your dice and dice. I got a nat one.
What the hell?
Okay,
So you faint.
so Arios and Mistral, I need you both to roll athletics saving throws to see if you successfully catch Davina from fainting.
Athletics saving throw. Hold on.
Hemington, my mom brings up a good point. Like,
Yeah, this is just the immediate money that's just in the bank. This does not include stocks, and this does not include anything that's in the mansions.
so the Balmaras basically controlled everything.
They basically controlled, because they were into textiles, they basically were the majority, like, the majority company when it came to fashion and cloths and textiles and whatnot. But they were also in the slave trade. So that's where a lot of the money came from as well.
Wait, so I fainted?
Yeah, you fainted.
Um,
Mistral and
I wanna
Arios, what
say
did you
before I
roll?
faint-
I
I want
rolled
to
a
say
15.
before I faint that I just go get a checkbook.
This is the sitcom episode of Song of the Wild.
This is the sitcom episode, yes.
As she falls, get bullied.
Get Polaroid.
Hashtag get Polaroid.
So, Arios and Mistral, what did you guys roll?
19.
A 19
Nice.
and a... Okay, actually a 19 and a 15. That works out great. You are able to both successfully catch Davina, your arms just holding her back, as she just is like, oh, get Polaroid.
Watch it, Arios.
Get a checkbook.
Put your hands, Ariel. Smack him away a little bit. I got this. I got this.
It's like that moment in the Deadpool game, like, that's for making me love you. That's for making me hate you. And it's like, oh, that's for, like, insert statement here. And it goes on for, like, 10 straight minutes.
Yes.
At that moment, when the teller hears, get me a checkbook, he, like, panics because he thinks, like, he actually caused someone to die. So he quickly, like, shuffles, like, under his desk, runs out from behind it, and he goes like, here's your checkbook, please be alright.
What do you guys say?
Wait, if Davina, you have to write a will and testament, just in case we can't let this. You have to write a last will and testament. Learn from their mistake.
Okay.
Technically, it just needs to be in her hand, so someone just needs to put
Josh, we can't hear you. Or I
And-
can't.
and write it for her.
Oh yeah, that is true. That's a sneaky thing. All right, so Arios and Mistral, you successfully catch Davina. She's given her new shiny checkbook, and you basically drag her by her arms and back, Her heels are dragging in the very nice
Pick
tile
me up.
floor.
My mom's like, you need a lawyer.
Yeah, I need a lawyer. Well, actually, no. The Balmarses already have a family lawyer. He was the guy who you guys met yesterday, who explained all of
I'm
this.
Warren.
Heh,
I'm
nice,
Warren.
nice post, Josh.
So yeah, you guys. Oh, we lost her for a moment.
She fainted.
She's
so,
back.
yeah.
Yeah, she fainted. So Arios and Mistral, how do you guys help Davina?
Do we have a wheelchair nearby? Can we just put her in a wheelchair?
Well, you can also like try to wake her up.
Like a weekend at Bernie's and like
God just comes out and is like, wake her up, stupid!
go on like a spending spree.
You return back to headquarters and Volthric is there, and you're just like puppeteering Davina from behind.
Weekend at Davina's. Weekend at Volfric's.
No, that would mean Volthric is dead. And he would need all 7 of you to puppeteer him. He's that massive.
No, we would need a recruit.
You would all need to like Voltron him, like one person for his right arm, one person for his left arm, one person for each leg, and someone would have to like hide behind him, like opening his mouth.
Is Carly okay? What's going on with her internet?
Just roll a strength check to see how hard you pimp slap her awake. Just
Oh.
Can I like try to tickle? Wait. I'm gonna try to tickle.
Wait, now who
her.
do we lose?
That is
lost
what I
Yip.
want. I would like to roll to tickle her awake.
We might have to wait on that because we are waiting for Davina. Oh, geez, we are just losing everyone today.
I mean, you
Where
did.
are you, players? Why can't we see you? You keep disappearing.
All right, I am back.
Okay, alright, cool.
Right. Hate it.
This actually still kind of works out because you're still fainted right now, so it's okay that you aren't aware of what was going on there.
Sorry.
Yip, were you
I
okay?
didn't influence anyone's decisions.
Yeah, no, it's so weird. It like,
Yeah, my Wi-Fi went weird.
yeah. But I'm back and I'm at full bars, so we're good.
Okay, perfect.
Do you guys know together? Because it like happened at the same time. You keep
Yeah, I know,
those
right?
rolls?
All right, so Arios and Mistral, how do you help Davina? Do you just like leave her fainted and you do a weekend at Bernie's thing, or do you actually try to wake her up?
I want to tickle her awake.
Okay, Mistral is going to tickle Davina awake. Davina, I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw to see if it has any effect.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I will punch you. And that's not just Davina, that is Carly. If you try to tickle me, I will hit you. And I'm not responsible for
she's
you.
telling the truth here.
Can I put like?
Don't
can I
judge
put
me for
Ariel's
Emerald City
on
Comic Con.
me and then tickle?
A nat 20. Okay, so not only do you awaken
Yeah.
from the tickling, you actually do
Nice
attack Mistral out of reflex.
Fantastic.
Mistral, make a Mistral. I would like you to make an athletics saving throw. You are gonna have to roll pretty high because she rolled a nat 20. $15 again. You don't successfully avoid the hit, but it does just graze your cheek. And you actually do, and it's like one of those anime moments where, like, you think the punch just narrowly missed you, and then very slowly you see a cut appear and a very tiny dribble of blood.
And I wake up and I'm like, oh my god, I hate being tickled. Oh.
Do you not moisturize
deserve
your
it.
hands? Like they're so rough they cut my face.
Girl, we gotta get you a moisturizer routine.
You're still in the bank doing all this, I want to point out.
Moisturize
me.
me.
That burn that you just got there.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
I look at Mistral and I just say, oh, well, you deserved it. No one tickles me.
You're the one who fainted because of money. So do you want to get anything?
That's a very, very valid point.
So far, the most physical activity that's happened in this episode.
All right, so we are now going to take the focus away from Davina and her mini party and go back to Polo and Anne Marie while they have Birdman spying on them.
Birdman.
No, more to the sides.
Hashtag Birdman.
Actually, no, wait, no. Secretary birds are predatory species, so they got their eyes like
Eagle.
slightly going forward.
They're He's an eagle.
I thought you said he was a secretary bird.
Had I remembered about secretary birds, I would have made him one though.
But I think eagles still have their eyes like direct.
It is the American way. It is the British way.
Our
special pretty on front.
This special appearance of Yip will be played by Sam the Eagle from the Muppets.
The Muppet song of the one.
Oh God. So yeah, during
We
this
should
time.
all make that.
So at this time, both Polo and Anne Marie have their nice hot or iced teas, and they're just sitting at a very nice cafe table. And Anne Marie is just like this on the table, and she is just like, she is just utterly focused on you right now.
Alright.
And she just goes like, so how long have you been with the Grey Blades?
It feels like forever, but honestly, it hasn't been that long. What, 2 months? Is that it? Or
Honestly, it's only been like a couple weeks. So you know what? I think
A lot has happened in these weeks.
A lot
Feels
has
like
hap-
months.
Yeah, a lot has happened indeed. I would say just for the sake of timing, because I honestly don't know, I'd say it's been just a little bit below a month.
okay, so I say basically, it feels like it's been.
Yeah, and what kind of missions have you been on? I mean, I can only really see the ones that you've brought to me, so I can give them my stamp. What happens?
The bodyguarding one was quite interesting, and our first mission together was pretty strange as well. We had to deal with monsters, and it was very odd.
Odd? How so? And she's like leans in, like she is just transfixed on you right now, because she just loves listening to your stories.
Not much to say, really, but I don't know. We believe that the animals were cursed of some kind.
The moment you mention animals, she just kind of pulls back for a moment, and her smile does kind of falter, and she goes like, I'm really happy that you are actually joining this fight. It's never enough. And she just kind of like toys with her tea for a moment. The moment you mention those animals, the mood did kind of change for her.
All right, so I guess my next line is, so you know something about this?
I've been at this job for a very long time. I've seen a lot of hunters come and go. Some join for their own reasons. Some, unfortunately, just end up not making it. And it's all because of those monsters outside of our borders. Like, it always feels like when one gets put down, 5 more take its place.
Hail Hydra.
At this time, however, Yip, I would like you to make a perception check.
Alright.
With advantage, I would say, because I'm assuming you're, like, up on a rooftop right now or something.
Yeah. Alright, I'm kind of like pulling an Iron Man and Iron Man 2 and kind of hanging out in the side, like on top of the sign for the shop.
While they were busy having their chat, you actually dropped into the shot to get yourself like a pastry, and you're just kind of eating it.
Yeah.
Yip is looking all intent, and then slowly a pastry rises into his mouth.
And then you see Polo, and you're like, oh my god, hey Polo, I didn't know you'd be here today.
You can't see me. Yip, we can see you right there. But my arms, they're moving so slowly. They're almost as if they're invisible.
And then Mistral comes in like, hey, Yip.
And then he just kind of walks off.
Damn it.
15.
Okay. you can definitely see that, you know, things are... This is a very crowded part of town. It's just barely lunchtime, so the city life in this part of Acheron is in full swing. You do see something slightly that stands out. Everyone is just in constant motion, coming and going. But you do see a shadowy figure standing in an alleyway who seems to be watching the tea shop.
That's never good. I'm keeping an eye on him.
Okay, so that means you are going to be taking your attention off of Polo and Anne-Marie if you're going to be focusing on him, because this guy, this person is, like, across the street.
Yeah, I have to protect the president. Get down, Mr. President!
You just tackle Polo to the ground.
Get down!
It's protect the payload.
Protect the...
Polo and Anne-Marie are slowly going down the street, but they only move if the rest of the party is close by.
I am your shield. No, I'm Vergita with my meteor hammer.
Atarax. Well, no, Atarax is back at headquarters right now.
I'm more of an Orisa main, but yeah.
So am I! I love Orisa!
Yeah, for all the nerfs.
Last I played, I played Junkrat.
Okay, we're getting off topic here. So back to the date.
Oh.
So yeah, Yip,
Chat just said Anne-Marie's dad? Question mark.
So Yip, you do notice this shadowy figure who seems to be wearing like a long black coat and a large like black hat. Like the best I can
Zoro, guys, it's Zoro.
The best I can describe him is like Zoro was one. I was thinking more like if any of you guys have played like the very first Rayman game, he kind of looks like Mr. Dark. And for those of you who don't know who Rayman is, I pity you. That is an amazing game series until the Raving Rapids happened. And then we got Rayman Origins and Legends, which are amazing.
The music stages, bops.
Oh my god, those are the best parts of the game.
Only bops allowed.
So Yip, you do notice the other figure watching from an alleyway. Yip, Polo, because you're busy having a conversation with Anne-Marie, unfortunately, you do not notice anything out of the ordinary.
Right.
Now, Anne-Marie is just like, she's back to being focused on you, and she just goes like, so what's like the scariest monster you ever killed?
No.
Well, when we were dealing with the Balmaris family, when we were dealing back in, what was the city called again? I always forget.
Like the rich beach city?
Yeah.
Lunas.
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 Lunas, okay. When we were in Lunas, there was a few creatures that the town mayor... What?
No, Izzy just sent me a text and I just sent her a thing back. I'm sorry.
I was like, I'm not going to tell Anne-Marie that much. Relax.
No, it's not about that. It's about something completely different, so I apologize.
Sorry, guys. Sorry for the diversion.
Yeah, that's my bad.
We had a couple of rather frightening creatures that we dealt with, but it all turned out fine in the end, all things considered.
Our friend died, Polo!
Oh, yeah.
Yip, do you actually scream that from the sign?
No.
Okay.
Wait, hold up. Can I roll perception to see if I hear that?
For me, that was weeks ago. Okay?
Hold on. I want to roll perception to see if I hear that.
Okay, yeah, good point.
I rolled another 15. I would say I kind of vaguely heard it.
You kind of vaguely hear it, but you're not sure enough.
I'm like,
did I hear that correctly? I don't know.
Didn't Sterling like get turned into a statue saving our lives?
He got like perma stoned. So right now he's being held somewhere in the Greyblades headquarters, and they're trying to research a way to possibly bring him back.
All right. Well,
of course, you would all know that if you actually asked about him. Have you? No, you all think about yourselves.
Yeah, we're
Oh!
selfish players. We get that, okay? It didn't need to be said
I mean,
out
I
loud.
just
Is it okay if I bend the rules a little bit?
I'm basically set for life.
Wait,
so
hold on,
honestly,
hold
I'm
on.
kidding.
Liam, what were you about to ask?
Is it okay if I bend the rules a little bit and add that to the conversation? Where I say that unfortunately one of our members killed.
Yeah,
So-
for the sake of this, I will allow you to roll back a couple seconds, and you do
Okay.
mention that.
Okay.
You do mention that, and Emery just goes like, "Oh, I am so sorry," and she does like the thing where she reaches over and she puts her hand on yours.
Oh my god.
I guess
So cute.
I suppose it's part of the job.
And she just goes like, "And you're doing a wonderful job.
We're all very proud of you.
We're all very proud of you." Now we're gonna put the pause on this scene again because now we're going to focus on Atarax and Eden, who are still back at the Greyblades headquarters. We're gonna start with Atarax here. What are you doing right now?
I'd like to go find old Joe.
You are gonna find old Joe. So yeah, you are going to be leaving the headquarters by yourself, and you head back.
Yeah, I'll invite.
I'm sorry.
I'll invite Eden if he wants to come with.
Eden, are you going to take him up on his invitation, or are you gonna do your own thing?
No, I'm gonna help them because I figured I saw the shit that they took, so and it's a lot, so it's like gonna help.
Oh yeah, you're
Drag it
finally
back.
gonna fence all the stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you don't need to fence it. It all belongs to Davina now. Oh
Yeah.
right,
Old
none
Joe
of you
doesn't
know
know
how
that.
much money she has. Technically, only Arios and Mistral.
Yeah, we don't know how much.
Davina would let them keep it anyway. She didn't give a fuck.
All right.
I mean, Ian might be related. We don't know.
All right, so Atarax and Eden, you guys head to the main airship port of Acheron, and this is a huge place that now you're just kind of realizing, because back then you would just be coming and going because you all always had missions. This is the first time that you've ever come here without a mission in mind, and you're actually truly getting an appreciation for this entire port. It's a very large section of Acheron here, and you see like so many different airships of various shapes and sizes. A lot of them are for cargo, a lot of them are for transportation. There's a couple of
Yeah,
them
I
that
sure
look
hope cargoes.
a lot of them look like actual full-on battleships with like cannons and harpoons and such. A lot of them look fairly new. A lot of them have a lot of wear and tear, and you know like these things have seen their share of battles. You easily recognize old Joe's tiny little mini battleship, which is meant more for some passengers and some cargo. It seems like now that you actually get a good look at it, this was originally just a cargo ship, but it seems like it's been renovated a lot to take into account that it can now transport people. And there's like a total of 8 harpoon guns, 4 on each side, with an extra 2 at the front. Old Joe is there, and he's just kind of like waxing the sides of it all by himself and such. He does kind of sense your presence, though, and he just kind of turns around and goes like, "Ah, Atarax, Eden! So what do I owe this little visit? Have you guys got another mission? Where's the rest of you?" How do you
Old
respond?
Joe, first and foremost, it's great to see you, old Joe.
Oh, it's great to see you
Very-
too, Addie.
Wait, did he just
Yeah.
give Atarax a nickname?
Oh yeah, he gives everyone nicknames, Ed. Yeah, you're Addie and you're Ed to him.
Okay, that was unintentional. I like
I
it.
love that.
Oh, Joe, if do you remember fencing some statues and paintings and whatnot from that crazy adventure mansion?
Oh yeah, I was wondering what you were gonna be doing with that stuff I still got in my cargo. And he hits the side of the ship with his fist, and a giant door just kind of slams down. And you see like a bunch of cargo, like random assortments of boxes that have like supplies and dried foods. You see a barrel of gunpowder and a giant barrel that's filled with extra harpoons and such. But then off to the side, you do see, like, a couple of, like, the paintings. You see that one black jade statue of Toras that had the glowing red eyes during the fight. You see everything that you basically just stole from the mansion.
Look at old Joe and I go, how fast can you get rid of that statue?
He just kind of looks at the statue for a moment, looks back at you, and this time he just kind of narrows his eyes for a moment and goes like, and why would you be asking me that?
Well, there was a lot of greed in that statue, and the Belmars family was making their fortunes off of selling children. So,
jeez, when you put it like that, I made them like really horrible people. Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean,
kind of.
Fair, I gave you full reign, but I never expected you to go that hard.
Old Joe just kind of gives you a smile and goes like, "Yeah, well, maybe the money might go for some good causes then. Let me see here." And he like walks up. He kind of hobbles into the ship, and he easily is carrying this giant statue by himself. Like for a very old guy, he seems to not really have that much trouble lifting something like this. And he just kind of like sets it down.
Very scared.
He sets it down for a moment. He just kind of puts his elbow on it and goes like, let's see. I know a couple shops that could take something like this. You could fetch you a pretty piece of gold for this thing right here.
Only a single.
When I said get rid of it, I don't want it to exist anymore.
Oh. He kind of looks at it again. You know, I do know of one place that might give you a bit of catharsis. He grabs the statue again easily with just both his hands. Do you follow him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, give him a hand if he wants it.
Okay, you do give him a hand, though you kind of realize that old Joe is taking, like, the majority of the weight with this thing, but he really seems like he doesn't have any problems with this. You do walk for what feels like a couple blocks off, like, you're still kind of on the perimeter of the city itself because that's where the airport is, and you see this alleyway that leads to the very edge of the city. And now, around Acheron is like a huge steel wall, but at this alleyway, you see like a separation between two of the plates of the wall. And as you walk up to this, you just see the edge. Like, you just see clouds beneath you. Because remember, Acheron is built out of the top of a mountain.
Yeah.
So you just see, like, it is clouds and then just nothing. Old Joe just kind of gives you a smile and goes like, a lot of people come here to dump a lot of unwanted stuff. Besides, we throw this steer, it's the monsters thing to worry about then. Would you care to do the honors?
I was gonna say, did he put it down already? Like, did he put the statue down? Like,
no, we never specified he put it down. He's still holding this thing.
I was gonna say,
But
if he already put it down, just shove it.
Well, no, he's like holding it, and he just looks to Atarax and goes like, would you like to do the honors?
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to apologize for the blasphemy that's about to happen. I take it from old Joe, and I just yeet it off a cliff.
Okay.
This bitch empty. Yeet.
Okay, Atarax, roll me a strength check.
All right.
I have a feeling it's gonna come back.
Yeah.
Don't know why. I have a weird feeling that something's gonna happen with that.
Don't you put that voodoo on me, Ricky Bobby.
Every time.
I got a 22.
Okay. you with your unnatural dragonborn strength, you basically just and you see this thing fly. Not like actually fly, but you send it flying. You do see it finally arc, and it goes beneath the clouds, and you hear just like nothing. Like the statue is gone.
That's dumb.
Old Joe just kind of looks at you and goes like, "So, you feel better?" What
No.
kind of weird-ass carnival music is playing right now? It's okay. It's okay. I have an alternate choice here.
So, God, that's terrifying.
So Polo, I mean, Atarax. How do you respond to him? He basically asked you like, "So, you feel better?"
Not really.
He just goes like, "Oh, how so?"
Sucks to suck. Shucks to shuck.
So we'll head back to the dock and I'll have a question for old Joe when we get back. Is
Okay.
he like the Pawn Stars guy where he knows everybody about that knows about everything? Like I know a guy.
Yeah, he's an old guy. He knows some places and such. So you all return to the ship. So do you ask him that?
I asked him if he knows anyone that could appraise these, because I'd like to. If they're of any historic value, invite them to like a museum or something.
It belongs in a
Gallery.
museum.
Old Joe just kind of thinks for a moment. He goes like, "Well, for the paintings, I think I know of a place that does deal with some collectors. You might be able to get some fair gold out of that if you're willing to part with it."
Make it so, as long as it goes somewhere, it won't be a treat.
Not a problem. I know precisely where to take these guys. Is there anything else I can help you two with?
I don't think so.
Good for now, old Joe.
All right. Okay then. So now we're gonna take the focus away from Eden and Atarax, and we're gonna focus back on Mistral, Arios, and Davina. Now, Davina, you have successfully awakened from your fainting spell after narrowly punching Mistral's head off. You still have yet to actually tell them how much money you have.
So here's the thing. In the bank, just in the bank, it's $126 billion gold.
Okay.
And how do Mistral and Arios react to that?
I kind of want to react like how, if anybody's seen The Good Place, where, fuck, what's her name? But like, you know, like the one that always dresses nice. Obviously not Eleanor, but the one that goes.
Kristen Chenoweth's character? No, she wasn't in The Good Place. Was she?
You're thinking American Gods.
No, and I was also thinking Pushing Daisies.
But anyways, the character I'm talking about, any single time she hears something good happening to her friends, because her friends are very poor, she goes, "Oh wait, yes. Wait, no, that's a good thing. Oh, congratulations. Oh, okay, that's a lot of money."
You're a little spoiled princess.
Arios, how do you respond being told that Davina's a billionaire?
1/10 of a trillionaire, mind you.
Kind of snuggles up to Davina and goes up.
Now you really want to
Say
get
the line,
involved.
Leah. Say the line, Leah.
how you do.
God damn
How
it!
you,
You
how
would.
you doing?
Fucking hell.
For the people at home, this is basically what the Discord is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
You're not wrong.
recording.
You're really not
I look at Oreos and I pick him up and I give him a big kiss on the cheek.
Arios,
Pretty
I would
hetero.
like Arios, I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's pretty hetero of you guys.
Oh god. Okay.
I mean, we haven't seen Eden flirt yet, so you never know.
Oh god.
How did you
Oh,
roll?
What did you
God,
roll, Leo?
what?
Oh, what?
Arios, you faint from the kiss.
Roll death saves. Start rolling death saves.
Sorry. No.
I would just like to remind everyone, this whole display with Davina, Arios, and Mistral is literally just across the street from the tea cafe where Polo, Yip, and Anne Marie are.
Okay, I would like to think that we like went in an alley.
No,
No,
you
we're
guys
in
are at
the
a
bank.
bench. You never specified that you went anywhere else. You're just out there in the open on the sidewalk.
Does anybody come over concerned about the situation that's happening? Like,
No, you are getting a lot of weird looks, though.
cool.
Why would I associate with the suddenly not poor?
Because you could suddenly
Get that roll.
Because they're
What?
And I just carry Oreos away and we go back to Yip.
Oh my god.
And I look at Mr.
We'll be going back to
Okay.
our same hiding bench.
Let's go.
Okay, so since everyone seems to be going back to the tea shop, we're gonna focus back on Yip and Anne Marie. You
Yeah,
both.
Polo.
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 Polo?
And
Yip is
Marie,
there.
Come
That's not what you meant.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
There's too
Just
many of
slightly
you.
wrong.
on.
You're the one that let us in here.
Yeah, that is true. I have nowhere to talk. Okay, so Polo and Anne Marie, you guys have finished your teas. They were already paid for. Anne Marie then takes your hand and she goes like, "Come on, I have other things I want to show you about this place." And she like takes your hand again with both of hers, and she's just kind of like tug,
Oh, that was so well planned.
and she's just like tugging you along. And she's gonna take you like off of Main Street here. The rest of you do follow.
I'm still I'm eagle-eyed on the shady fella.
Okay, so Yip is focused on the shady fella, who you do notice at the moment that Yip and Anne Marie left the cafe.
Polo and Anne Marie.
Oh my god. Polo and Anne Marie leave the cafe. The shadowy figure, like, ducks into the alleyway. Like, the timing of the movement was very spot on.
Is Oreo still passed out in my arms?
Yes.
Can I tickle Arios to wake them up?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Great.
And I'm gonna still hold him for comedic effect.
Okay, Arios, roll me another Constitution saving throw.
Oh god.
Another one.
What is it?
What'd you get?
20.
That's 20!
Jeez.
Dude, same!
Talk about duality.
Okay, you have the exact same reaction where you just jerk awake, and instead of punching Mistral, you just open hand slap her on the other cheek.
Wait, does Mistral have to make any, like, saves for that?
Mistral, give me an athletics saving throw.
I like how so far I
rolled a
basically done the
1.
least-
Mistral, you rolled a
No,
1.
No, I say 1 second because I have a split screen going on.
Oh, okay.
I like how basically I've
No
done
need
the
to
least-
flex on how rich you are.
I like how I've done
Wait,
basically.
Liam.
14. Okay.
No, hold on. Liam was gonna say something.
I was basically saying, I like how I've basically done the least so far in this episode out of any. So.
I mean, we haven't gotten to the
Let's
kissing
so
yet.
soon. You don't know what's gonna happen.
The day is still young. And besides, we unfortunately do have to do a lot of like slight time skips because we got to divide between like multiple focuses here.
Right.
So we will miss some moments from the date. Oh,
We just appreciate the happy boy in the middle.
Baby.
All right, so.
And suddenly my ear's bleeding.
All right, so. Mistral, you just narrowly like move your head out of the way, but you do feel like Arios's fingers like brush your lips. So you just narrowly made it.
But you know, I just say, you know what? You may have tried to smack me, but at least I know you moisturized because my lips are still intact. I just politely gaze at Davina for a moment and then just continue to watch Polo.
Okay, well, Polo and Anne-Marie have moved on.
Oh shit. Where'd they go?
So they are now moving westwards into a different part of the city, and this one is like the industrial part of the city. This place is less so shops and other establishments. This place is like mostly smiths and factories. This place is very noisy, and there's a lot of heavy-duty work going on here. But yet Anne-Marie seems to really enjoy this place. And she actually takes you over to one warehouse, and she takes you to a wall where she like pushes over a bush, and you see like a hole in the wall, and she just goes like, "Come on." And then she goes in the hole.
Isn't that Polo's job to go in the hole?
Is it?
I have a strong
God damn it.
I follow her.
You are in the inside of a giant warehouse where new airships are being constructed. And you actually see one being like manufactured before your eyes. And
on this episode of How It's Made.
And Anne-Marie just has this excited smile. She just goes like, "I always love coming here. I love airships, and I just love to watch them just get set up and such. I spend a lot of my break times here."
Okay, nerd.
Aww.
And I say,
He's adorable.
I never really got to see airships much growing up. I came from a fishing town.
And she looks at you with a slight shock of horror. Because she goes like, you had a village on the ground. Because if you guys remember, and this is common knowledge, in this
you're poor.
in this world's lore, like the more like Earth level you are in this continent, the worse luck you have. Because those kinds of towns and settlements get attacked the most by the animals.
Right. So I basically say, yeah, I never really grew up with much.
Anne-Marie just kind of gives you another, like, slightly sympathetic look, but she's still holding onto your hand very warmly. She just goes like, "And now you're a Greyblade. You are going to get so much good fortune working with them."
That's what I hope for.
Yip, I would like you to do another perception check.
All right. And I have +3.
Wait, were we able to find them?
We'll get to you in a moment.
22.
Okay.
That's a good 22.
Yip, you see that same shadowy figure who seems to have found himself on the other side of the warehouse looking through in a window. And you can tell now this time... Well, actually, you can't quite tell where exactly he's looking because he's got that giant hat on and you're looking at him from above.
Is it a pimp hat?
Think of Alucard's hat from Hellsing, but black.
Okay. Babe.
I'm not gonna approach him. I'm just gonna keep watching him.
He's not doing anything. He is just watching right now. Oh, man. Do you do anything else yet?
I think I have to do. So he's not moving. You'd say he's still as a statue.
He's not still as a statue. I mean, he's still, like, he sometimes kind of shifts his position to get a better look at whatever he's looking at. But you do...
But he's standing pretty still.
He's standing...
I think I have to activate my bird instincts. I must poop.
Do you actually do that?
Hold on.
It's a bit undignified.
Yes, I failed to fight against my birdly instincts because I rolled a nat 1.
What is it with you all in your 1s and 20s?
So, yeah, I failed to fight off my bird instincts, and I over the ledge poop on him.
Okay, you poop on him. Oh, man. Okay, Yip, I would like you to roll me a dexterity check for aim.
Can I just say, Liam's mom is like, enjoy that payload.
Bombs away. That's a 25.
How do we keep going from like a 1 to like 20 plus with these
Yep.
rolls? Like...
You basically lift up your robe and you pull down your pants and you lay like this full white log, because bird poop is white, and it lands square on the guy's hat. And the moment it impacts, he quickly like, what? And he like takes off his hat for a moment, and you can see that whatever he is, he's an elf, and he has long red hair. And he's like looking at his hat, and the moment he sees what's on his hat, he like drops it, and he's like, and now he's like looking up above to see you. Not yet, Davina. You're not there yet.
No. I don't want to. I just want to say one thing. It's not about Davina in the scene. If any of you guys have ever seen Robot Chicken, that one scene with the pigeons. Son, today I'm gonna teach you how to become a man. You're gonna teach me to kill, Papa? No, today's the day I'm gonna teach you how to poop on things.
This is like that scene also in Family Guy where the pigeon is shining his car and Peter's like, that's right, get it nice and clean. So yeah, this guy looks up. Yip, I would like you to roll me a stealth check.
All right.
For whatever reason, that reminds me of the Supernatural episode.
22.
Animals.
Okay.
I keep rolling 18s and 1s. That's it.
Okay, Yip, you successfully like dive back on the rooftop where he can't see you. Though from your vantage point, you do still get a good look at him, but he doesn't see you. As he looks up, you can see what looks like a whole scar over this guy's eye and a couple tinier scars like over his lips. Like, this guy is grizzled for an elf.
So
he's seen some shit.
So how
Makes him hotter though? Because I think that just kind of makes him hotter though.
Quickly, Ariel's just like starts cutting like little like slits on the lip, and like I have cuts on my lip.
Love Discord crashing. Okay, but when does he, after he doesn't see me there, does he go back to looking at Polo, or seemingly looking at Polo and Anne Marie?
No, his focus is now trying to like take a bunch of leaves and sticks to try and do a makeshift wipe job of the massive log that you dropped on his hat. So no, his
Okay,
focus is now no longer on Polo and Anne-Marie, who I'm just going to say for the sake of plot are having a very nice chat about airships right now.
Okay. I would like to drop one more thing. I'd like to drop my meteor hammer on him. My 47-pound meteor hammer.
We're just gonna kill this guy before we learn who he is?
Yep, I would wait.
Wait,
I wouldn't.
you know,
If you want, go for it.
okay. Hey, Davina, evens or odds?
What?
I like these types of games.
Even for odds.
Odd.
Odd? Okay, I'm dropping the meteor hammer on him.
Okay, Yip, I guess roll me a... Wouldn't really be strength, because you could literally just drop the hammer on him and let gravity do his work. But roll me a dex save. Roll me a
Dex save.
roll me a dexterity check to see if your hand-eye coordination will allow it to work on him.
Nat 20.
The hammer lands straight down on his head, and he is knocked cleanly out. And not only does he faint from the impact, his face lands right on the poop that he successfully brushed off his hat.
Okay, I want to fly. Okay, I want to fly down. Take his, kind of pick up his head, move the hat to the side, drop it again, but then take the meteor hammer, kind of wrap him up, and then bring him up to the roof. Okay.
Okay, you do that. He is still, like, knocked the fuck out. Like, oh my...
Okay, I'm just going to, I'm gonna wait, so you can change the camera, change the channel.
Okay, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to Davina, Mistral, and Arios.
Arios and yep.
You guys just kind of got left behind in Uptown. Do you continue to try and pursue Polo and Anne-Marie?
I think we should. What do you guys think?
Oh, okay. So I would like one of you or all of you to roll a survival check. Because survival checks are what is needed.
That's actually one of my, like, proficiencies.
I'm not a part of this, right?
No, this is Davina, Mistral, and Arios.
Right, alright.
Since I have a, I'm sorry, Evan, please go ahead.
Survival checks are needed if ever you need to, like, track wildlife. In this case, you're tracking Polo and Anne-Marie to see where they went.
Since I have a +5 and a proficiency in my survival, I'll do it unless you guys just want to do it too.
Oh, I rolled a 19.
Okay.
Okay, I got a 20, but I got a 23.
And Arios, what did you roll? Both,
oh, honey.
both Mistral and Davina are both pointing in the same direction where they can clearly see signs that Polo and Anne-Marie went this way. Arios is just like, actually, I think they went that way. And you point in, like, the opposite direction.
Point up the
Points
I look at Arios and I say, no, it doesn't. Good try, though, hun.
I don't think so. But, like, you know, it's the thought that counts.
You tried. Good job, little Timmy.
Really good, but no, they didn't.
So since it was best 2 out of 3, you guys do successfully track Polo and Anne-Marie's whereabouts to the airship warehouse. And actually here is where we are going to quickly take a quick 5-10 minute break. Everyone get ready to go to the bathroom, get some snacks.
Already? Wow. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it's 8:35 right now.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll be back in about like 5-10 minutes. We'll be switching back to the nice music. So we'll be seeing you guys in a bit.
And she's like, "We fucking hate you, oh girl. Shit's about to go down."
She might actually like bring the sword and be like, "Look here, you don't fuck with her. Otherwise,
Don't fuck with me. I have the power of God and anime on my side.
Oh no, more of like I have the power of a goddess as well as I'm part giant. So, fuck y'all."
Tyler's about to get asked up in the bee.
So,
Sorry.
are we all back?
Yes, I have.
Are
a
y'all
chicken
having
sandwich.
fun just bad mouthing Tyler because apparently he's the only one?
Yeah.
Because apparently he's the only one that cares about the fact that 300 people died.
Oh no, you didn't.
Look, Esther is like, she has PTSD and she's gonna have that forever.
You
And
think
like,
he
that
gives
was
a shit
not my
about
idea. That was not my idea, okay? Dizzy came to me and was like, "Hey, would Esther blow up the treasury?" And I was like, "Oh, the Harley Quinn instincts in me are like, yes."
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Benedict was so filled with the guilt that he went and decided to train with his mob, which he knew could kill him.
Oh no.
It really do be like that.
Estra. She's upset. Like,
But I've said it before and I will say it again. Soft Benedict is best boy.
So,
Soft Benedict's really not all that different from real life Josh when in a relationship.
like it's so weird for Fida to be like, that's my cousin, and he's being like, "Okay, no, I'm done. I'm walking away."
She's like, when did he learn to be like so romantic?
When did he learn to be like
Because
actually
I'm a heartthrob.
all right. So welcome back, guys, from our little break right here. I'm willing to bet you all got your snacks and you all had your pee breaks and such. You should all
I
be.
just finished off my bonbons.
You just finished off your bonbons. Thank you for that announcement, Carly.
I've got
I know everybody needed to know that crucial information.
Yes, I was very concerned about that, so thanks for sharing.
So, picking up where we last left off, Yip,
I pooped on a dude.
you pooped on a dude and then curb stomped him with your giant meteor hammer, and now you have him tied up. Meanwhile, Polo and Anne-Marie are still completely unaware that any of this is going on. They're just having like a nice chat about like airships and interests and such. Polo, is there anything that you would like to try and put into the conversation, like to ask Anne-Marie or something?
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily the best time to ask, but since you brought it up, I look over at Anne-Marie and I say, Anne-Marie, have you noticed anything strange about the church lately from around here?
She okay, you notice her like about to talk for a moment, and then she just kind of pulls back, and then she just kind of thinks. You know, I actually have noticed something. Typically, the Church of Nord across the street, they always like to do like these weekly processions where they proclaim the name of our God of Law, and yet lately they've been a lot more withdrawn. I mean, they still let people in the church for services and such, but lately they have never been going out themselves.
Interesting.
I mean, I respect the gods and such. I mean, they're the ones who are allowing us to live in civilization right now away from the monsters, but in all honesty, I've never really been one for the worshiping type. I mean, they're there. They know that I'm faithful. What about you?
Oh, I've never been very religious, to be honest. But although I don't exactly see myself changing anytime soon based on experiences I've had with it.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm more of a believer in oneself than any higher power. But
Well, with the kind of job you have, that certainly does make sense.
yes.
Hey, you're doing a great job, and sometimes a god can help you out one way, and sometimes a sword can help you out with another.
Yes, and I guess a pen in your case.
I will have you know I'm one of the best receptionists for the Greyblades ever. I've never missed a shift at work.
I'm sure.
Meanwhile, as this chat is going on, Yip, what are you doing with the possibly concussed body of Mr. Dark from Rayman?
Defecated and decapitated.
Who has also been defecated on.
I'm just sitting there waiting for him to wake up.
Dude, you rolled a nat 20 with that meteor
gonna
hammer. It's
restrain
gonna
her or
be a while. However...
I have time. I have time.
Yeah, it is slowly starting to become evening right now. At this time, we'll say that Davina, Mistral, and Arios, you finally caught up to the warehouse. You don't immediately see Polo and Anne-Marie because you don't actually know that they're inside the warehouse yet. However, you do notice Yip with a tied-up man in a black coat who has, like, a bloody, like, injury on his head.
Yip, what happened?
I pooped. I pooped on him.
You pooped.
My God.
I done did pooped.
That's the best response so far this episode.
That's like saying, why did you eat the slide? There was a rock in my shoe.
Very valid response.
I wanted to see if my parts glowed.
So you pooped on him, and that's why he has a giant gash on his forehead.
Well, I mean, there's more, but just as I pooped on him.
I don't know how I feel about that.
That sounds like a you problem.
Like, we didn't have like a lot of fiber today. Like,
Listen, have you seen me take a bathroom break like since we left the Balmarises? No, I've been holding that shit in, literally.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, I'm gonna die.
Meanwhile, because they need some loving here, let's turn our focuses over to Eden and Atarax, who are basically on the other side of town.
Yep.
What are you guys doing now? Are you still hanging out at the port, or are you kind of doing your own thing again?
I think we're gonna go exploring. Like, just get familiarized with the neighborhood. Or at least have me get more familiarized, because he's been around here.
Moving right along.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay, so you're basically in like the ports section of the city. It's just nothing but airship harbors here with many ships coming and going and such. You're basically on the south side of the city. So for you to go anywhere, you're basically going to be going progressively more north. This place has a lot of various businesses and such, though on this side of town, these businesses are a lot more average. They're not quite so high class, but the places here are a lot more practical than fashionable. This is actually where Patrick, the apothecary goblin, has his shop.
Okay.
Are there any places of interest that you want to try looking for?
Atarax, is there anything that you would like to go do? No.
I'm good for now. Just hanging out with one of my teammates.
All right, so you guys are just hanging out like a couple of bros.
Chilling in the hot tub, 5 feet apart, because they're not gay.
yeah, they're not gay. They're trying to social distance.
Yeah.
You don't know that? Like I said, it's confirmed that Eden's bi, so...
Yeah, you know, just social distancing. You never know. They could get close.
All right, so
You never know. Maybe they can do some premarital hand-holding. The greatest sin.
This is like any romance anime where like hand-holding and calling each other by your first name is considered foreplay.
Evan.
Oh!
Yeah, I'll bet you want him to call you by your first name too, you filthy slut.
Anywho, so you guys are just kind of having a nice walk, and my D20 almost went flying.
Okay, so we're just gonna. Do you want to just explore them? Like.
You guys are exploring like the south side of the city. There's a lot of shops, smithies. I mean, the place here is pretty average. You actually do notice something. Atarax, Eden, I would like you both to roll a perception check.
Uh, 21.
21 and a
21.
1. All right, so oh man. Okay, so then Atarax, you're the only one who typically notices this because Eden, you're busy looking at the shops, but your mindset is kind of in a different place right now. Atarax, you notice this. Now that you've actually had the time to just kind of casually walk around the city, you notice details that you haven't really noticed before. On all of the shops, you see either like carved or etched in some fashion Toras.
Of course.
And you see him like possibly like etched on like the doorways, or like some visage of him like carved into the stonework or such. And that's really for the shops. For the smithies, you actually then see like tiny little statues or etchings of who you know as Crom, who is known as the god of steelwork for the civilization's pantheon. And that's when you finally do get it, and that's when you finally do notice that it's very, very faint. But you kind of get the same feeling you had back in the Balmaris' manor, where you felt like there was some other presence here.
Oh my god.
Eden, at this time, you then start to notice this feeling as well. But at the same time, you don't feel any reaction coming from the orb.
Okay. What's the feeling? Sorry.
The feeling that you're being watched, but it's a very, very faint feeling.
Okay. So it's not like the normal panic feeling.
Not like the normal panic, but the thing is that you don't get any such a feeling from the orb. You don't feel the orb at all.
No. Okay. Yes, Mom?
Hello, folks.
Mom says hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Dead.
Your mom is so cute.
So, Atarax, Eden, how are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I have a question. Did I notice any, like, markings or statues of Manisa down at the port as well?
You actually did, now that you recall. And you realize that Manisa's etchings, the goddess of travel, her etchings were like everywhere, and they were especially on the airships themselves in some way. Kind of like how pirate ships back in the day had like that carving of a maiden at the bow of the ship right at the front. A lot of those airships had the same thing.
I look over Eden and I nudge him and I go, "You're looking a little more religious these days, don't you think?" And I point out the little markings and statues and symbols and whatnot.
So, we might have to be careful.
When you're attacked by gods, you tend to start noticing things more.
True. Yep, you're not here. Shush.
just a quick flyby.
Meow.
He's
I'm gonna
everywhere.
burst through a wall and like dabs like, oh my, I am here.
The Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah.
Atarax, Eden, are you gonna be doing anything else?
Atarax?
Probably, what time is it? What part of the day?
It's like 3 p.m. right now. It's clearly starting to border on evening.
I kind of want to go up to, like, the city walls. I'm like, facing towards, like, the main forest or plains area, like, outside the city.
Okay.
Kind of go up on the walls and just look out.
Okay, so you return to that spot. For the sake of memory, we're going to say that you returned to the spot where you dumped Toras's statue. So you're at the very edge of the city itself, and you see between the two wall plates just the open, like, void of sky before you. And you can't see anything below you because it's just obscured in fog and clouds.
Not close enough to get pushed in.
Wait, what?
What?
I don't want to be too close to the edge, I don't want...
Dude, you have wings.
Still pretty heavy in that plate armor, but fair enough. I just kind of...
Yeah, there is no safety railing here. The wall is the safety railing, so this is a separation of plates here, and there's just nothing beyond that.
I kind of... down and I say I hope that doesn't come back and what do you think bad for us?
I hope so as well. I don't know if he's gone permanently or if he's gone for a time being.
It seems he's still being worshipped, so if he died, his followers haven't noticed.
That is true.
We didn't.
Well,
Oh.
you want to get some food?
You know what? That sounds fantastic.
Okay, let's go back.
Okay,
Yes.
so you both return to the Greyblades headquarters. We're going to focus now back on Polo and Anne-Marie. She guides you back out of the warehouse, and thankfully neither of you noticed anything because the whole commotion with the guy in the black and everyone else was on the other side of the building. She just kind of guides you out, taking your hand. But before she takes you anywhere, she just kind of looks at you and goes like, well, we only have really enough time for me to show you just one last place. Was there any place that you were curious about in this city?
Not at the moment.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
There has to be something you've always wanted to be curious about.
Is there any animal places?
You mean like a place where they can study animals?
Or a pet shop or something like that.
Polo, I'm actually going to, like, break character for a moment. I'm just going to say in this world, there's no such thing as pet shops because even tiny animals have gone savage.
Okay.
Like
Savages, barely been human.
Like, literally, Axel, Eden's pet fox, is the only exception in this entire world.
Okay, well, I was just like, I could use my animal handling skill, but I guess not. So.
Yeah, a lot of you tried that back at the party in Lunas, and it didn't work.
Yeah, but I've got a +5 for animal handling with proficiency. So.
And you're a fighter? You're not a ranger?
I guess. Yeah, I'm a fighter.
Wow. Okay.
But I guess then I really don't have anything.
All right, then Anne-Marie just kind of looks a little sad, but then she just kind of looks back up and smiles at you and goes like, "It's okay. I'll protect you back to headquarters." And then she just kind of like locks your arm with you again. She just has a big smile as you slowly meander back your way back to Greyblade's HQ. Meanwhile, on the other side of the building, you all are wondering what you're doing with this unconscious pooped body.
Can I look at him and see if I know him?
You don't need to roll a perception check because you are looking right at him right now. You have no idea who this guy is.
Yep, exactly. What was your plan?
He was scary.
It was scary, so you pooped on him and then you knocked him out.
Yeah, he was scary.
Okay. Can I cast cure healing hands on him to try and revive him?
Yeah, you
Or give me a mystical tickle him again?
Yeah, can I tickle him, but can we restrain him first?
Yeah.
He already is restrained.
Why is there so much tickling in this episode?
Because it's like one of those moods. You just want to annoy people, and the best way to annoy them is with
I'm gonna tell you this right now. The cure wounds idea is gonna have to be the preferred one here because this guy is so knocked out, he is not gonna react at all to tickling.
Okay. I'm gonna cast healing hands on him. Does that
Okay.
do anything?
It does. He actually does regain his consciousness for now. The cut on the top of his head vanishes and the blood vanishes as well. And he's just like, and he just kind of notices you, kind of looks at like his chains for a moment. He goes like, what's going on? Who are you guys?
What are you doing? Why were you so scary? How dare you scare an old man?
I think I deserve a couple questions myself. Why am I tied up here?
because we don't know who you are, and you seem to be.
What were you looking?
Look, can a man have the right to be on his own and just stand in places? Jeez.
Where were you being?
That's a solid point.
Wait, Arios, what did you say?
So why you being a creep, dude? Creeping on people.
What do you mean creeping on people? I wasn't creeping on people. What the hell are you guys talking about?
No, it seemed like you were creeping on people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It
What-
seemed like you were
Creepy dude. I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh, really? How can you prove that I was creeping on someone, huh?
I mean,
What
yeah,
kind? No, hold on. Only a creeper would have poop on his hat, and I point to the hat.
And he just kind of looks
That's a
down.
good point.
I love how you're all just gatekeeping this gentleman at the gaslighting. Gaslighting, that's what I meant. Gaslighting.
He goes like, "What the? You actually shit on me?"
No.
I don't know what you're
That
talking
happened
about.
like that when we found you.
What is that stuff? Because bear in mind, your bird poop looks nothing like normal poop. So he actually doesn't know what it is.
Never mind what it is. Why were you lurking?
I wasn't lurking, doll.
Oh.
What I do is my own business.
His face. Can I take his face and say, "Listen here, you little punk. Nobody calls me doll."
Nobody calls me Dom.
He's
If
just
you want to keep your tongue, I suggest that you change your tone a little bit. Do I have to roll for like?
And get a shower.
Intimidation.
roll for intimidation.
Okay. Oh shit! Hold on, intimidation. I got 18.
And he just kind of like, he's shivering for a moment. And he has got like shifty eyes. He just goes like, all right. I was sent. All right. I was sent to go keep an eye on him.
By who?
Oh,
Him.
You know, your apparent companion, the guy with the blue skin.
why?
Hello.
Look,
Why?
I was never told details. I was just told to keep an eye on him, okay?
Who told
No,
you?
not who were you watching? Who sent you?
I can't tell you that. He'll kill me.
You
Yeah,
think
well,
he'll kill
you say
you?
that like we won't.
We'll shit on
There's a
him.
group of his friends right here
Too. Who's
asking you who sent you.
Wait, okay, all of you were talking at the same time. I got literally
Sorry.
nothing of what you said.
All right, first of all, why are you so worried about somebody who's not even here? You got a whole group of people who are asking you one simple question: who sent you?
Look, I can't tell you right now, okay?
Well, you're not going anywhere until you say something.
Yeah.
Nah, you don't understand. Something like this ain't gonna stop them. You can just you can hold me here now, but I'm willing to bet he already knows.
Do I need to reiterate what I said to you earlier?
Roll another intimidation check.
That time I got a 14.
That actually works.
Oh, thank God! All right.
And he just goes, all right. Listen, if you really want to know, I was sent by, and the moment before he says the word by, a crossbow bolt is lodged right in his neck.
Fantastic.
And he just kind of goes like,
Some people.
and he just kind of spurts blood before he falls limp.
It probably in my face because I'm like right in front of him.
Yeah, you did get some blood coughed on you.
Right.
Some people. Rude. How rude. How rude.
Can we do like an investigation, or would it be It would be investigation to see if we can see where
No, I think it'd be
the bolt came
investigation.
from?
Actually, it would be an investigation check. Well, actually,
Want to do it, Leah? Go.
I'll make this a bit easier for you all. It can either be perception or investigation. It is your choice which of the two. Whichever you're higher.
Can I use fly
That's a
up
good
and
idea.
perception to see if I can see anybody that would obviously have done a crossbow
Wait.
bolt?
Leah, what'd you get, babe?
I got a 24.
Fuck yeah!
Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and go with Arios' roll. Arios, you are able to cleanly see that from the direction the crossbow bolt came from, you look over in that direction, and you see another shadowy figure on a rooftop with what looks like a crossbow rifle. You only see him for an instant, and then he hops off on the other side of the roof and he's gone.
Can I ask Yip to fly high and see if he can spot him?
Okay, Yip,
Yep.
you fly off into the air, and you go over to the spot where Arios pointed out the figure. Yip, roll me a perception check.
Alright, big money, no whammy. Big money, no whammy. Nat 20.
What is with you all? It's either feast or famine with you guys.
I know, right?
All right.
Hey, the dice guys want angst and chaos tonight.
Okay, Yip, you easily see the spot on the roof where this mysterious sniper, we're just gonna call him Lee Harvey.
Oh my god!
You know, it doesn't help that you had me watch the first episode of season 2 of Umbrella Academy, and the entire whole thing is like trying to stop the Kennedy assassination.
No,
Yeah,
so sad.
Okay. The season ending.
Oh, I'm sure it's gonna be shocking. I do plan to finish that show.
Like the first
Babe,
big drop.
I need time. Probably tomorrow when I get back from work.
I thought you already finished it.
No, I'm only on episode 3. Josh finished it.
Okay, gotcha.
I've only seen
My brain is still not healed.
It's so
My
good.
brain is still not healed.
Oh no, we lost Davina. Okay.
We got Davina.
Okay, so Yip, you clearly see the spot where Lee Harvey was apparently standing when he took the shot. However, you just see a couple footprints of where he like ran on the rooftop before he leapt back down to the ground. But then that's it. you actually don't see any other signs of where this guy was.
Alright, can I tell which direction he went?
No. All you can tell from his tracks is that he leapt off the roof. And then his tracks just vanish.
When the world needed him most. Okay. Huh. I really do be like that sometimes. I'm gonna fly back to the group and be like, yeah, he gone.
Okay, you fly back to the group where a recently concussed, shat, and now shot dead body of this guy is.
It's been a rough night, man.
Yeah, this guy's plain dead. Like, from that far to still, like, land an insta-kill shot in the neck. Like, this guy was a master marksman. Like, you
it's
can
like back when I worked at the bar rush at Jimmy John's in college, and it's like, man, those people had a rough night, fam.
All right, so now bear in mind, Polo and Anne-Marie have no clue any of this happened. So we're actually gonna go back to focusing on them.
All right.
You guys.
Well, we figure out the Kennedy assassination.
While you guys figure out the Kennedy assassination.
Back and to the left. Back and to the left.
What?
The Kennedy assassination!
What's
where the bullet went?
What's the back and to the left thing?
It was from the movie about
That's where the bullet went.
It's the magic bullet!
You're the magic bullet.
Oh my god, you children. Anyway.
What's the name of the movie?
I forget the name, but the magic bullet, it when it shot Kennedy, it went like in a weird direction that made people think there were two killers.
Yeah, I think that's the case, but
wow.
Well, we're not going to get
theories.
into
There's multiple
Carly and conspiracy theories will be here all evening.
Yeah.
So
Carly, I still think that one of the greatest stories you told me was the one customer you legitimately believed that lizard people live in the sewers and run the government.
Is this Nick's?
So, okay, quick side story. I was ringing up some dude who came up to me and was yelling at me about how we have a limit on toilet paper. And I was like, well, you know, with the pandemic, like, you know, everything is kind of weird right now. And there are shortages. He goes, no, it's those damn lizard people that live in the sewer.
Like, I thought these people only existed in sitcoms, but they're real.
When I tell you, I was fucking vibrating because I was holding back my laughter. I'm sorry, Josh, what were you gonna say?
Oh no, I said, oh no, they are. There's a place just like about 40 minutes from me. It's like one of those people that you can go and pay money and you hear them talk and tell you the truth, like kind of like you live there for a while type places.
Yeah.
And there's actually a rumor that like part of her deal is that she actually believes in the lizard people. And the people that can come out there, like she has like an ancient spirit that lives within her body, and she tells her the truth, and she like it's like spreading this word, and she has so much money. Apparently, like celebrities and stuff actually go there, stay there for like a week or plus. She will buy you anything you want for your birthday and Christmas, and I'm talking about just about anything. She bought someone a car, like a high-end car, for their birthday one year. Like that's real.
Because of her, just to get shit. Like that sounds really shallow, but
like I want to be a fly on her wall. I'm like know what she's actually talking about. So bad.
Well, in any case, oh man, where were we? You guys are still like analyzing the body, and he's just instantly dead. Yip.
And then we cut back to.
Then we cut back to Polo and Anne-Marie. You guys are back at the headquarters, which is still very much active. The sun has officially set now. And she just kind of turns to you with a smile and just goes like, hey, so do you feel like you kind of know our city a little bit better?
I'd say I do to some degree.
And
so
she just...
I may need to learn more about it.
Oh, I'd be more than happy to help you out with that. She just kind of looks over her shoulder to kind of see like what the situation is at the desk and whatnot, and she just goes, "Oh, thank God they got someone to cover for me. All right." "Hey, I would be more than happy to help you out." She just kind of looks back again, and then quickly hops up and plants a kiss right on your cheek.
Yes!
And then with a smile and a little like bye, and then she just kind of like hops away.
Polo, run after that girl and give her a kiss on the lips and her side.
She's got to work though. That's the thing.
Polo, go kiss the girl!
All right, I go
You
and
stick
give her a kiss back
Okay, where do you kiss her?
on the cheek.
Okay, and she turns bright red and just kind of giggles for a moment, and then turns right back around and just runs back to like the employee area. Meanwhile, back at the warehouse, you guys are trying to figure out the Kennedy assassination.
So the crossbow bolt went back into the lab.
I think we should go back to the Grey Blades and talk about this with Polo, because obviously he's the one that they were trailing.
Do we bring the body, or like?
You want to bring the body? I don't know if we should bring the body that you pooped on.
It was called JFK.
It was on the hat. It was on the hat.
The movie was called JFK.
So there's no poop on him.
Gotcha. So do you guys bring the body?
Yes.
I think we should bring the body.
So that's a yes from Mistral, a no from Arios, a yes from Davina. Yip, you're the swing vote here. How do you go?
Davina, odds or evens?
Evens.
Evens? I don't vote with Davina. I forgot what she said.
She said yes. Okay, so that's 3 votes for
Okay.
not bringing the body. So you just leave the dead body
Oh,
there.
that's 2!
That's 2 versus 2.
Yeah, Mistral said yes. Arios said no. Oh, that is 2. Okay, so yeah.
Good job, math.
Well, how the turns tabled.
I pick him up and I swing him over my shoulder and I say, no, we're bringing him.
Oh, God.
My mom says Yip should fly the body back.
Oh, that's a solid point. Yep, you can fly the body back since I'm still new.
Yep, you just start
alright.
swinging
Yeah,
the
carry
body
it,
in the
carry it,
circle
yeah.
while come on and slam and welcome to the jam. Just hang my dead body from the ceiling fan with confetti.
Everybody get up.
Okay, so Yip, are you taking the body?
I guess I'm taking the body back.
Okay, so Yip, you fly back with the body while everyone hoofs it back to HQ. All of you still see Polo just kind of hanging out at the entrance for a moment, waiting for everyone. As well as Eden and Atarax that are coming back with like what they had left over from dinner, and you got like some meat on a bone that you're just kind of chowing on right now. Like, hey guys, what's going on?
And then everybody, I think maybe let's not bring the body inside though. One of us should go in and get Polo.
I'm just flying above, like, why?
Okay, so all of you finally collect, like, in the entrance area of headquarters. How do you guys interact?
I say what I just said.
So we killed a guy.
We didn't kill
We
him.
didn't kill a guy. I mean, you hit him on the head. We tied him up and I
you're the
interrogated him,
one
but we did not kill him.
You.
If anything, I healed him.
Am I in this scene? Am I in this scene?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
You're listening to all this.
All right, so I'm just like, I went on a date for a day, and you killed a man.
We didn't kill a man. I technically, you pooped on him.
A man is dead. That's all I care about right now.
Hold on,
Hey.
hold on.
You pooped on him.
Hey.
Hold on. Hey.
Consolation. If it's any consolation, Davina's the one that tried to get the name out of the guy, so she's. I dropped
I
the,
healed
I
him!
dropped the body and fly up.
I healed him!
I dropped the body. I like let the body fall limp and fly away before.
Okay, so the body just ragdolls like on the steps.
Like it's a PS2 game.
Guys, what is? Oh my god.
Yeah, Atarax and Eden, you're all seeing this for the first time. How do you guys interact?
What the
I look
fuck?
over at Polo. I look over at Polo and I go, Eden and I just hung out and went to the docks. Oh, this is all on.
All right, well-
What are you trying to say, babe?
Apparently, the church used to hold more. What was it again? What did Anne-Marie say?
They would always do like vigils and small processions around the
Yeah.
city to just like proclaim the word of Nord.
They
Not
used to
so
have
much
vigil-
anymore.
Yeah, they used to have vigils and processions for the people, but apparently they don't do that anymore.
Did you ask when?
Polo, we have to talk.
I
Apparently, this man was tailing you.
look at
At
this
your
M&M I
date.
found.
Should Evan? I'm going to ask you. Should I know who this is?
Roll a history check.
History
Yeah.
check.
Yeah, do you have something to say? 'Cause
My
you
first
look
roll of
in
the
your
night.
hands, like you have something to say.
Hey, use that dice. +4.
Oh, she's miming.
Plus 4?
Uh,
What?
Use the guidance roll. You get to roll a d4. Add it to a roll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still
have
and you have inspiration.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Use your triangle.
Does that include with the d20, or should I just ignore that?
No,
Roll a
include it.
d20, and then you roll the triangle pyramid, and then you roll a d6.
Okay. Do I not have a triangle with this? Oh, yeah.
You should with the new set.
Oh, yeah, I do. It was still in here. Okay. All right, so I roll the triangle.
New dice.
I forget. I guess that's a 1.
Yeah, if it lands on a number like, so if it's this number instead of the bottom ones, then it's that number. It's really weird.
Okay. And then I roll my d what?
A d6. So the normal dice that most people get.
Okay.
Games use.
Okay, so that's 16 plus 3, so that's 19. 1 makes it 20, so 22.
Yeah.
Polo, you actually do remember this guy. You know who he is. His name was Jacobo, and he was an elf that actually used to run with you during one of the times when you used to be a bodyguard for various gangs and a couple organized crime syndicates. This was before you went to prison.
Okay. And Yip just shit on him. Good
And
to
Yip
know.
just shit on him, yes. Yip just shit on him. This guy has a crossbow bolt in his neck. And you recognize this guy?
Did anybody pick up the hat? Nobody picked up the hat. We don't know that. Only they know that I shit on him.
Oh yeah, that is very true. Well, no, he still
We gotta
smells.
get on him.
Arios, use your words.
Nobody. Okay, everybody's talking all at once, and I didn't want to interrupt because everybody else was talking. Anyways, Polo, is there anybody that would want you dead?
Is there? I mean, I have a bit of a backstory, but I don't have anything. So I'm gonna have to leave this up to the DM.
You do recall back in your early days that during the times when you used to run with gangs or you used to be hired muscle for various like
Okay.
syndicates and crime families and such, you recall to the best of your ability that you actually were a pretty decent thug. And like you've never really had any instances where there were any bad blood between you and your previous clients. But then again, ever since you went to prison, all contact you had with them was basically just cut right there. So and you were in prison for, I'm assuming, like a couple years.
Okay.
So you have no clue what the state of your old clients is like anymore.
Okay.
You just recognize this one individual, Jacobo. You don't necessarily remember what you were doing when you were affiliated with him. You just know that you were, and he was another thug like you.
I'm assuming he wasn't part of the Rotten Sea Monster.
I'm sorry?
I'm assuming he wasn't part of the Rotten Sea gang.
The what? The part of the what?
The organization that I wrote down in my back. Oh, you know what? You probably never saw that, but it is in my character.
Yeah, no, I never got any of those. Hold on.
It was called the Rotten Sea Monster?
Yeah, that's like the gang that I came up with that I was in when I was in the when I was growing up in the fishing village.
That.
This particular fellow, no, you don't remember him from that far back. You remember this fellow back when you were actually a hired hand during one of the times when you were a thug for an actual crime family.
Okay, all right. So I guess.
Does he know what the crime family's named?
At 22, I think I would.
You remember? Well, that's the thing. You remember a bunch of that you were with. You were in your history. You were with like 4 crime families, but you honestly can't remember which one this guy was with.
Okay. I think I may know who this is. His name is Jacobo. He was one of the when I was working as a bodyguard for a few criminal organizations during the time. I do remember him, but I don't remember exactly where I met him. But I think this means that my very checkered past might be coming to get me.
Oh no.
That's the best reaction.
No.
Oh shit!
I don't know. I still think when I asked you
Did I
what
forget anything,
happened,
Evan? I think I counted.
No,
Okay.
you hit on. Because
Okay.
remember, you were in prison for a long time, so anything
If you could all guess and for me a little, that would be.
So pretty much anything you remember could not be valid anymore.
Yeah.
Do you know the names of the possible people that could be coming after you, or think of anyone that might want you dead?
You again, and this is something you do know. As far as you know, you actually never really had any bad experiences. You were actually a pretty decent thug.
I remember doing my job fairly well, and at the time, any of my superiors would often use me as much as they could. I never really made many enemies, even in the crime. Aside from the people, of course, I had to kill.
Could it be a possible rival family that's going after you, thinking that you still work for the other families?
But I remember Jacobo was... Or do I not know that?
Dude, you cut out like an entire half of that sentence.
Okay. Well, no, I'm just saying... Jacobo, he was in one of the crime families I was in, right? That's what you're implying?
Yeah, he was like officially part of the family, and you were just like added help from Craigslist.
Okay. Okay, so I say to Eden, I say, I don't... Right, because I remember him being a part of one of the families I worked with.
Okay.
Did he say anything that I should know?
All we know is that whoever he was with, I don't know if he was working for someone or whatever it was, whoever it was, he was afraid of them. And that someone else with them is what got that hole in his neck. Back in
well, I guess the first thing I should probably do is, I should say, can I see the body?
Okay, yeah, Yip just kind of dropped the body on the steps of Greyblade's HQ. So it's just kind of like laying there with a freshly healed head wound. There's blood dribbling down the steps with just an arrow through the neck.
High Elf, do you want to try to heal him?
He's dead.
No.
Bro, I already did that when Yip pounded on his head. And now he actually dead. There's nothing we can do.
Yes, that's Jacobo. Can I do an investigation check?
You certainly can.
Okay. 13?
You kind of shuffle around his pockets for a moment, and you don't really find much of anything. Although, in one of his coat pockets, you do find a small piece of parchment.
Yeah.
And all it says is just simply, keep track of Polostris and then report back to me. And then you just see, like, down at the bottom, GE.
GE. Does that ring any bells?
Roll me a history check.
Alright. Okay. Ah, shoot. 12.
Nope. It seems to ring a very faint bell, but you just can't remember.
Well, I wonder. I can't remember GE, but I'm wondering if
Hemington says General Electric.
General Electric. Yeah.
Yeah, that company don't mess around. They're basically Shinra right now.
Yeah.
Just be thankful it's not GM. They could really smoke.
I know you can hear the planet crying.
At least you didn't try to heal it. Hey, you know what you did.
Hey! It looked hurt.
No.
I kind of want to go talk to. I kind of want to go talk to Volfric about this.
Well, lucky for you, he's actually making his rounds down in the bottom floor, and he's just kind of greeting all of the hunters.
How convenient.
Yeah, how convenient.
Yep. Fly the body away. Fly the body away.
No. He needs to see this.
All right.
Volthric's at, like, the far side of the room, so one of you is gonna have to, like, flag him down.
Yo!
Thankfully, we.
Over here!
Yip turns to Davina and, like, at least we didn't bring the hat.
Meanwhile, Anne-Marie's just at her desk like, what?
Anne-Marie, actually, you don't see where she is right now, because she went off into, like, the employee area, because she does have other duties aside from desk.
Okay.
At that moment,
You
Volthric
said
just kind of
duty.
sees the excitement happening at the front of the headquarters. Goes like, and what's got you all so excited? Certainly something can't be that exciting for you two. And then he sees the body on the steps.
What the fuck?
What
Yeah.
What happened here?
The bird killed him.
I did not.
Mistral, what were you gonna say?
Davina did.
Mistral.
Davina got him killed.
I did not! I told him!
He raises a hand. From the beginning,
Yep, shit on him.
one of you.
Ario, Yip pooped on him, and then Davina and I questioned who he was working for because he told us that somebody had told him to follow Polo, and then not only that, some dude in a weird black coat or something shot a crossbow at him.
Mistral was there as well.
Nowhere.
If I may, his name is Jacobo, and
He gives you a strange look like, you know this?
Yes, I don't exactly know the details of where, but I do remember him from my days of my less legal activities as a bodyguard for criminal organizations.
Volthric just kind of gives you a nod and understanding for a moment, and then his eyes go back to the body. And then he calls over a couple Greyblades to, like, take the body away. Because you can't just leave a body on the steps. I mean, geez.
I'm not worried about the coffee. I'm worried about the dead guy in my garage.
Volfric, I want to ask you,
Yes.
do the initials GE mean anything to you?
I'm gonna roll my own history check.
Take that, DM.
Nope.
Nope.
Volthric, like, for the first time ever, you actually see him look a little ashamed of himself, and he goes like, I apologize. I unfortunately, I deal with so many different people in my day-to-day.
Relatable.
That unfortunately I can't remember any specific person. Especially if they're not, and he just he takes one look at the body and goes like, well, he's certainly not a Greyblade. Otherwise I would remember him a little bit better. But I'm willing to assume whoever this GE is also not a Greyblade. So unfortunately I wouldn't have knowledge of him.
Could I ask one more favor?
What is it?
Is there any information on the criminal organization that the Greyblades have that might be find out who GE is?
You can certainly try your hand in the library, though a lot of those records are gonna be from very old days. I highly doubt those families even exist anymore.
Is there anyone who might have any updated information?
Well, you can always try your luck in the slums, but that place is always very treacherous, though there have been many times when a couple hunters would go there and find someone with connections. However, the choice is ultimately up to you. It is late, though, and I don't recommend something like that.
That's good.
I would just like to say, off top, I put my D20, I kind of rolled my D20s into my little box. I got a 13, a 20, and a 1.
Jeez.
Which is very topical for the night.
Yeah, jeez, what is with all of your dice rolls?
Mine haven't been that great.
No.
But, alright, I look at Volfric and I say, well, thank you anyway.
He gives like a nod and also like an I apologize for not being any more help. He stands up, towers over all of you, and then he just kind of walks away. Back to kind of like greeting everyone before everyone just kind of turns in for the night.
No one likes sad Volfric. It's no fun.
What are all of you gonna do now? It's now officially nighttime.
Well, my mom just we got some bots.
Jeez.
Yeah. Darn it.
Okay,
Yeah,
Ben and Ben.
Yeah.
Chicago came out a little there.
Jeez.
Get out of here.
My mom had a good idea. Maybe to kind of cap off the whole episode, maybe I should go see Anne-Marie to see if she can look it up in the archive.
You can certainly do that, though I will decide when the episode is capped off. I already have an idea.
Fair enough.
Lindsay, are you okay?
I am the one who
You've
knocks.
just been so quiet, girl.
I'm good.
Okay.
Everyone's talking, so I'm trying to listen to everyone. This is my focus face.
Yeah, Carly, it's like whenever you focus, you have like resting sad face.
What
We
would,
have resting bitch face, unfortunately.
what would I do to find Anne-Marie? Like, what would I roll?
Well, you are officially part of the Greyblade, so you also do technically count as an employee.
Oh, well.
So you can actually go in that back area yourself as well.
Yeah, maybe I'll just do that instead.
Okay, does anyone else want to join him?
I'll join him.
Okay, Yip's going with you.
Just try not to shit on the archives.
It was one time.
It should have never happened!
No, but it was.
He was standing very still. I am a bird. It was instinct.
No,
You sure you
but
don't
he
have
is
a little pigeon
child.
blood in you?
Maybe my mom was a pigeon, my dad was an eagle.
Your mother was a
Angel?
hamster.
Does that make you an angel?
I think that would be
Pigeon
a vigil.
Vigil.
Okay, so Polo and Yip, you both kind of go into the back employees area, and you see a bunch of other hunters, but also a lot of like normal workers at the headquarters and such. You actually do see Anne Marie, who's carrying like a huge stack of like papers and such. She's now dressed in her work uniform. And she's busy like keeping balance and such, but then she just kind of catches sight of you like, "Oh, Polo, what's going on? Is something wrong?"
How about I start by grabbing some of the stack from her so it doesn't...
Yeah, you take a whole half of it, and she's like, "Oh, thank you so much."
And I look at her and I say, Emery, I hate to do this to you while you're busy. Do you think you could help us with something?
What is it that you need?
Well, we recently came into contact... Yep. with someone who I recognize from my past. The one I was telling you about. Well, sort of. But he had in his pocket a note from someone under the initials of GE. I was wondering if you knew anyone in the... at least from the archives of the Greyblades, of someone who might have those initials.
GE. She then sets the papers down on a table. Follow me. Both of you, Anne-Marie takes you up like one flight of stairs, and she takes you to the library room of the headquarters. Atarax, this is the place where you shot the ice cube into, and you've mopped up that puddle of water.
Did the window get fixed?
The window has like a wooden shield right there.
The Greyblades fix their problems.
Yeah, the window has not been replaced yet, so they got like a plank of wood right there just to cover it.
I look at that and feel immense shame every day.
Hey, that's an idea for a sticker. Why don't we have a Greyblade symbol?
Oh,
That's a cool idea.
You make one, I'll buy it.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
And I will put it,
Izzy,
I will put
get
it-
on that!
I will put it on my D&D notebook that I have.
Oh, no.
Merchandising. Anyway, go on.
Poor
okay.
Izzy. I have so many things to draw. Leave me alone.
I still haven't finished all the characters, but now I just want to make the emblem.
I'll help you with the design because I'm the one who like thought up this entire franchise.
Yeah.
Okay, so Anne-Marie just kind of like she's kind of looking around for various books and like ledgers and such. She does pull out one giant one and puts it on like a slanted podium and just kind of flips through the pages a bit. We do have records of some very old crime families and such. Though I highly doubt these are the ones that you might be thinking about. These families have long been disbanded. We have the Boris family, the Lanaga family, the Kaisuso family, and she just kind of like turns a page, and the Zephyr family. But unfortunately, all of these families have either gone completely legitimate or they've just kind of vanished with the times.
Should I do a history or investigation check?
You can do a history check if you want.
All right. 20!
Okay. You now remember that it was the Zephyr family that you used to have like an actual contract with to be one of their hired muscles. You were with a couple other families back in the day, but they were not listed in this ledger, so they must have been slightly lesser known organizations and such. And a lot of them weren't mob bosses or mafia families. A lot of them were actual legit criminal organizations like thieves or assassinations or just thugs going around terrorizing people for protection money.
Right.
Hey, the first Pho is now following us.
Hey!
You are now the MVP.
Hey.
All right. So, but you do remember that in terms of actual crime families, you distinctly remember the Zephyr family. And now because you rolled a 20 for that, you also remember it was the Zephyr family you were with where you met Jacobo.
I want to be fair, that was not a natural...
20's 20 still in this case.
Okay, alright. So what was that last part? Sorry, I got distracted.
You do remember that not only was the Zephyr family one of the bigger crime families you were a part of before, but this was also the family where you became acquainted with Jacobo.
Okay.
There were a bunch of other hired hands there for thievery, assassinations, and racketeering and stuff like that, but they're still kind of like not really in your mindset right now.
Okay. I politely take the book from Anne Marie, and the Zephyr book, I should say, and I look at Yip and I say, "This is who I met him with." And I look over at Anne Marie and I say, "Is it all right if I borrow this?"
Yeah, go ahead. Just as long as you don't actually take it outside of the headquarters.
That's fine. All right. So I take the book with me, and I take it back to the sleeping quarters with everyone.
Oh, okay. So I'm assuming that people by this time are now just kind of returning back to their rooms.
That's what I assumed. Was I wrong?
No. It's about that time.
Okay.
So for the sake of time, we're gonna say that slowly everyone's
again, you motherfucker.
So everyone is slowly starting to return back to their rooms. Polo, I'm assuming you're staying up to read the book, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a Constitution check.
All right. What does that give me?
Imagining like a Bible reading from church, like him standing there with the book. From the first.
Oh man. I get a -1 with Constitution. I don't like this. Oh, 17. That didn't turn out that bad.
Okay, 17. You actually do stay up quite a few hours reading what you can about the Zephyr family. And you actually do get a good idea of like who the family was. They were indeed a mafia family, and they dealt with a lot of actual organized crime. They were like one of the families that, yeah, they did a lot of horrible stuff, but at the same time, it was a unofficial status quo with Acheron. So there were a lot of instances where the city authority, Greyblades included, did sometimes allow their operations to go on unimpeded, because in the grand scheme of things, it kept the city going.
Right.
Now, that being said, though, this book that has the entry about the Zephyr family, you do realize that it actually has a list of all of the family members. But the thing is that none of the members match the initials of GE. And that's mostly because what you see here are the actual blood family members of the Zephyr family. This book actually does not list any kind of hired help that they had.
Okay.
An offer he can't refuse.
That actually does help some.
However, it then also goes on to say that after when attacks with monsters were starting to become a lot more frequent and a lot more violent, the family started to focus less so on organized crime and started to actually convert all of their assets into much more legitimate businesses. So the Zephyr family is essentially like run by completely different people now, because now they're like an upstanding family. Also, there's only like very few of them left. Like either from murder or other families' revenge, or a lot of them joined the Greyblades but ended up dying in the line of duty.
What did the note say again?
Basically that the Zephyr family, like the abridged version, Zephyr family was one of the main crime families of Acheron.
No. The letter that was.
The letter said, "Keep an eye on Polostris and report back to me with the initials GE."
So they weren't trying to kill me. Interesting. I kind of want to show Davina this.
Davina, roll me a Constitution save or a Constitution check.
Okay, there it is. I got 18, and then what's my Constitution?
It's okay, you succeed anyway, so you're still awake.
Give me this. My constitution is 19.
Carly, it's okay. You made the roll anyway.
Give me it.
No dreams so far.
Okay, so Davina, you actually do stay awake right now, at least for the time being. Polo, do you indeed want to talk to her about this?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go off to her room with the book in hand.
Right. I knock on the door. I say, Davina, are you up? And I swear to God, if
Yeah.
Arios is in there with you.
Wait a minute. Do you want to be? Just revive? like we're not doing anything bad. We're just vibing.
P.S. It's all sketch. It's all sketchy.
No, Leah, I have to know the answer. Do you wanna?
Probably a yes, knowing her.
I open up the door and I just crack it and go, Oreos isn't in here. And I motion, go to the closet.
They were just doing tarot cards and stuff, like they're like each other's readings.
I look at Davina and I say, you can't bullshit a boy. Anyway. But frankly, it doesn't matter.
Like
Yes.
persuasion.
Thank you.
We're both decent. It's fine.
Anyway, I look at her and I basically say, I think I may have some information that we may all need to know.
Did you want me to get the other teammates?
We can tell them in the morning.
Okay.
So I basically tell her everything about the families and what's in the book, and about the fact that I figured out that Jacobo was part of the Zephyr family. I guess I show her the list of people, and I explain that, you know, GE is not in this list. So that makes me believe that new one in charge of the family, or he's just someone they hired on.
Well, that helps us a little bit, I guess.
Do I know where they're at? When the Zephyr family mostly...
Unfortunately not. The book doesn't describe where they are right now, just where they were. And again, the family itself doesn't exist anymore. Like, they just kind of faded away from time and age. Plus, you were in prison for like 5 years. So, like, again, all of the information here was true at some point, but it's like no longer valid.
If only Jacobo wasn't dead!
Look, we didn't kill him. It was someone else. Wait a minute, Arios, can you just pop out of the closet and say it wasn't our fault?
The arrow! Is the arrow still there?
Is the arrow still there?
You would have to try and find out where they took the body.
Shit.
Do we want to go on a crazy hunt for this body?
Just sneaking through.
Because I feel like if maybe we could identify... If we can use the arrow, maybe we can identify who shot him.
Let's go for some...
It's a long shot, but it's the only one we've got.
It's a wild goose chase.
Okay, so...
Did I hear something about geese? I poked my head in.
So right now, at this time, it's Polo, Arios, and Davina. Unless you're willing to bring everyone else on this journey, it's just going to be the three of you.
Do we want to knock on everybody's doors and say...
Let him sleep.
Okay.
It's fine. I don't think we need everyone anyway.
What if we run into your lady?
He hasn't gotten laid yet. He just got a kiss.
True.
Anywho, so right now it's just the three of you. So how are you going to try and find out where they took the body?
I would head back straight down to the main hall, whatever we call it.
Yeah, so you all go back down to the main entrance hall of the headquarters. Still kind of in full swing. It's like 10:30 right now.
Okay.
So what do you do?
Let's go to the reception.
I would ask Atarax, because Atarax has been here longer. If you want to go and just ask some random person so that they don't know what we're doing, that works too.
I was just gonna ask the receptionist.
Oh, that works too. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you walk up to the receptionist, and it's like last time, that blue-furred tabaxi fellow who seems to run like night shift front desk work, whereas Anne-Marie handles like day shift stuff. And he goes like, Master Polo, how can we help you out tonight?
Well, I was wondering, we possibly, I don't know if do you know where the infirmary is, or where they might leave bodies, essentially?
Oh, that's certainly a strange request. Actually, yes, we do have a morgue area. You just head down that hallway, take the first stairs down to your left, and it's going to be the first door on the right.
Thank you. So I mean, you guys. I don't know if you guys are still following me at this point, but
are you both?
Oh no, we are.
Okay,
I
yeah.
followed his
Seeing this
instructions to the morgue.
Okay, so you both head down to the morgue, following her directions. You open the door, and you see, like, just one guy in there. He's just kind of, like, examining. He's still examining Jacobo's body right now, which is still very much untouched. And he goes, like, he kind of looks up at you with, like, different lensed goggles on his face. And he goes, like, what the hell? Who are you guys?
We are members of Group D.
Nuts.
He's nuts. Yeah, exactly.
And he just kind of looks...
All right.
He looks over and he sees the gray blade badges, and he was like, "Oh, you're hunter warriors. How can I help? How can I assist you tonight?"
I was wondering if we could examine the body. Nothing that would necessarily get in the way of your job, but the arrow that specifically killed this body. I was wondering if we could examine it.
Yeah, be my guest. And you can actually tell he's already pulled the arrow out of the guy's neck, but he actually kept the arrow. He hasn't touched it yet, so it's still like covered in gore and slight specks of gore and such, and blood, I mean. Wow, I tumbled my words over there. And then he hands you the tray with the arrow on it.
Okay, excellent. Does anyone want to give me advantage for an investigation
I'll help
check? Okay.
Oh, wait,
Ario's
farting.
Arios has the best investigation?
Now, Arios can give you bardic inspiration.
Oh, okay.
Does he not still have it?
Okay, so Arios, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say you left your flute in Davina's room, so instead...
Give him a song. Sing him a song.
So
sing, yeah.
Damn.
So if you want to inspire Polo, I want you to beatbox.
Throw an arrow to your Polo.
It's like that awkward moment in Hamilton where Eliza's like, yeah, I can beatbox.
That moment was wholesome. You can't tell me otherwise.
Oh,
That was so cute.
Okay, so Arios, do you do that?
Yes.
Okay, you beatbox for Polo. And for Polo, it's actually, the beat is kind of catchy, so you're just kind of like swaying your shoulders to it. The one doctor in the morgue is like...
They'll hire anyone these days, won't they?
Yeah. So now, Polo, I would like you to roll me an investigation check.
Okay. Do I get to roll twice with advantage or no?
No. Bardic Inspiration doesn't give you advantage. What it gives you is you roll a d20, you add your investigation modifier, and you roll an extra 1d4, and that's your inspiration. Roll 1d6.
Okay, 1d6. Got it. Okay, cool.
So just roll the d20 and the d6 together, and then add your investigation modifier.
Shit. All right, that's 5 and 3, so that's 8. Not looking good. All right, that's 11.
Yeah, this arrow, as best as you can tell, is a solid, construction of wood. Like, there's no different pieces of it, save for, the little bristles at the back end of it. There's no traces that there were any, poison or anything on it. It was just a solid arrow. It is a little bit longer than a normal crossbow bolt.
Okay.
But beyond that, that's really all you can tell, other than the fact that the arrow itself is completely black in color.
Okay.
Can I try to do one to see if I can find anything else?
You can certainly try.
Okay, let me see. It's Constitution, right?
No, it's investigation.
Investigation.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Constitution would be if you
I
tried
got
to
an
swallow the
18.
arrow.
You got an 18?
Yeah.
With an 18, you just kind of reiterate what Polo sees.
Shit.
Yeah, it's definitely a black long arrow.
I look at the whatever Moore guy. I don't know what you call it. The
Brian.
Mortician.
Yeah, Brian. I look at Brian. I look at Brian and I say, would it be all right if we kept this?
Do you want me to clean it first?
If you're offering, I suppose.
He plucks the arrow from you, walks over to the sink, takes about like a good 5 minutes straight to get all the blood and chips of gore off of it.
Really do be like that.
Dries it with a towel, and then he hands it back to you. You now have a single, clean, black, long crossbow bolt.
Excellent. Because I think tomorrow I would like to take this to the local weapons shop to see if anyone can identify it.
All
So
right.
smart.
All right. Very good. Are you guys going to do anything else, or are you going to return back to your quarters?
I think that's enough investigation for the
Yeah, I
night.
think that's good.
All right. You all return back to your rooms. Arios, do you return to Davina's room?
Mortician. That's Mortician. That's the name. That's right.
Wait, I didn't hear what Ario said.
I mean, I gotta get my flute, so
Or do you want to hide your flute?
Hashtag get Arios' flute.
All right. So you all return to your rooms. Arios either stays in Davina's room, or he quickly grabbed his flute and went back to his room. Whatever happens, that's his choice. You all wake up. It is a bright sunny day.
Wait, we didn't have any nightmares?
No, there were no nightmares this night.
Yay!
So for once, all of you got a good night's rest. At this time,
Davina, do you mind making a note about the arrow?
Yeah.
I would, but I don't have a pen on me, so.
You're totally fine. I got it.
while
I'm
she-
the designated note taker anyway.
while she does that, all of you awaken. It is a nice, beautiful, sunny day.
And you are a horrible goose.
I so can't wait for Untitled Goose Campaign. I'm almost done I'm almost done finalizing the concept for that.
Oh my god.
I can't wait.
All right.
Oh,
So-
and
So you all head back
I already have
down.
my parents.
So you all head back down, basically out of your rooms to, are you guys gonna go straight to breakfast, or are you gonna be doing other things at first?
Anybody want to do some yoga? Screaming
Early
yoga?
bird gets the worm. I'm going to breakfast.
Oh, right,
Hold
so...
on, I have to
I
know this. So, Arios, what room do you go out of?
Oh, yes.
I'll let you have that choice.
just walking out of Davina's room playing the flute.
Oh.
So it's
Messy
Davina.
hair or no messy hair?
Or was Davina playing the flute?
Hashtag give Davina flute.
Hashtag.
So many hashtags today in this session. All right. So, Yip... Okay, so Yip, you...
Go to breakfast.
Yip, you go to breakfast. Is anyone else joining him for breakfast?
I'll join him.
I'll
Okay.
join him.
Okay, so you're all basically joining up for breakfast. You sit at your all of your usual table, and you have a very nice hearty breakfast, like Abe's, eggs, ham slices, some nice like whole milk and such and kegs.
I, for one, do not have eggs.
No eggs for breakfast.
Because that is cannibalism.
My stepmom actually sometimes feeds her birds eggs.
My mother was an egg.
I mean, if they don't know, they don't know, dude.
Yeah.
That's like feeding a pig bacon. That's so wrong.
They do it.
Well, I mean, they're finches, so it's not like they're chickens.
And now I'm going to quote
Bro,
my favorite quote from one of my
my
favorite
uncle
movies
is a
of all
pig
time.
farmer. I'm well aware.
I'm going to quote my favorite line from one of my favorite movies of all time. Don't fish eat other fish, the marlins and the trouts.
You're not
Fish
wrong.
are friends, not food.
Oh,
Until someone gets a bloody nose, and then that's a lie.
Hey,
Intervention!
I'm an eagle. I very much.
I can never go swimming
Those
because I'll get
bastards know what they did.
All right.
That's why I ate them.
Okay.
Over breakfast, I tell everyone who's sitting with me the plan. And what
Okay.
happened.
So you all, he discusses the plan where he investigated the arrow itself, and it is a very, in terms of crossbow bolts, it's actually a pretty unique design. So you actually have a pretty good chance of finding out what this crossbow bolt is, where it came from, and other little details like that. This is all discussed over breakfast, so for the sake of time, we'll say that once Polo is done talking, you all finished up your breakfast, you guys make sure that you have all of your equipment with you, and you all head back down from the mezzanine level to the entrance level to head out on your day. As you do, though, you do spot a bit of a commotion happening around the front desk, and you see a lot of like the desk workers just kind of talking around in a group, and they all seem kind of worried about something.
Is Anne Marie there?
Roll me a perception check.
Oh shit.
6.
You have no idea.
The floor is floored.
The floor is full.
Davina, you can certainly try.
Okay. Oh shit, I got a nat 20!
What is it with you and the high rolls and the low rolls?
We're all making up for last week.
Get it?
Oh my god. Davina.
Can we take a picture of it?
Everything!
No, don't take a picture. I trust you. I trust all of you, actually. You guys have been giving me no reason not to trust you all. So, Davina.
Good.
You take a very good look, and you actually can quite plainly see, as opposed to Yip, who's, like, staring at the ground right now.
Yip was drinking again last night.
Bro, but like...
All-
What?
all
Wait,
these
Mistral, did you
squares
slip
make
a cookie into my breakfast?
All these
'Cause, like,
squares
I
make
am
a
on-
circle. All these squares make a circle.
Tommy, I need you to tell me I can leave the water tower.
Volthric, I need you to tell me that I can leave the headquarters. Mr. Yip, you can leave the headquarters as... I never...
Bitch, don't tell me what to do.
Mr. Popo, you can leave the lookout if you want. You can't tell me what to do!
Davina, Anne-Marie is not there.
Interesting.
At that moment, when basically everyone notices that Anne-Marie is not there, Polo, you suddenly feel a hand on your shoulder. And then I mean, now do you look behind him, or do you just kind of stand there?
I mean, I would assume I would look behind if someone put a hand on.
Okay. But right behind you, for a split second, is what you can only imagine is a drow in the exact same kind of outfit that Jacobo was wearing. The long black coat, wide rim black hat, and he has long white hair. And then he just kind of whispers to you, Green Eye sends his regards. And then he teleports out of there.
Huh.
Why are my nostrils whispering to me?
And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Interesting.
Okay.
Well, shit.
So guys, thank you so much for watching chapter 15 of Song of the Wilds. If it's not plainly obvious, we are starting Polo's arc this time.
Yay!
I would like
By
to
the end of it, he will get laid.
Probably.
actually.
We will make it so.
The hashtag still goes strong.
Hey, if Anne Marie doesn't, we will find a way. We never specified that it has to be Anne Marie, okay?
Okay,
My mom
We said get Polo laid.
Find Anne Marie.
so that being said, I would like to
okay.
thank you all for joining our fair stream here, be it here or on YouTube. This will be uploaded on YouTube sometime tomorrow. Who knows when that's going to be. And we will also make an official announcement later this week when our next session will be. Most likely Sunday at 7, but hey, you never know. Till then, guys, thank you so much for joining our campaign, and we will see you next week.
Goodbye.